You're watching The Last Stand with Brian Custer.
Yes, that is it, right. It is The Last Stand. I'm Brian Custer, and we're live. I told y'all we're going to do this at least once a month. We got so much to talk about. There's so much going on in the sport of boxing, and we got 2 hours to get into it. And in fact, we also got a special guest for you as well, former world champion, super bad himself, Tony Harrison. He's going to join us in the 1 o'clock hour. We got a lot to talk about with him, not only about his boxing career, because now he's fighting at middleweight, but also his gym. And he's got 2-3 fighters that fought over the weekend, all victorious. So we got a lot to talk about him. Mayweather and Pacquiao too has been confirmed. They're going to fight September 19th at the Sphere in Vegas on Netflix. Boy, a lot to get into there. We'll dive into that. Ryan Garcia is now a world champion. How about that? Ryan Garcia, I mean, he dominated Mario Barrios, took his strap. He's now a world champion. We got to talk about that fight. Now, I was in Detroit over the weekend, and for Clarissa Shields, and I'm going to tell you, the D came out for Clarissa Shields. She packed Little Caesars Arena. I'm talking about over 18,000 strong came out to watch the GWOAT take on Franchón Crews-Dezurn in a really competitive, I mean, them ladies were throwing blows. Shields looked great. I don't think Crews-Dezurn could keep up with her volume. She looked phenomenal. I'm talking about Clarissa. And give Franchón a lot of credit. She took some punches flush. I mean, a number of punches flush. Didn't go down. Still has never been stopped. She says it's going to be her last fight. We'll see. So we got to talk about that. I got the opportunity to call a number of the undercard fights that were on that card. And you heard Clarissa say afterwards that she called out Shadesha Green. She called out Sweets. We had Sweets on The Last Stand. Heck, we had Clarissa on The Last Stand, and they talked about that. So she called her out. And Michaela Mayer, who, by the way, was on the broadcast, called out Michaela Mayer as well, said that, you know, they could find a catch weight, maybe not at 168, but maybe 162 or something, 164, that they're talking about fighting. So that was interesting. We got to dive into all of that. How about Zuffa Boxing? Conor Benn, 8 figures to Zuffa Boxing. I know the cats at the UFC are like, what? WTF? You paying this cat all that money and paying us pennies? So we got to talk about that. What does that mean for Zuffa Boxing now that they've snagged Conor Benn? And, you know, obviously they got Jai Apataya over there as well. And Conor Benn leaving Matchroom. Eddie Hearn said he was really disappointed about that. We'll get into that. We got a preview of Fundora and Keith Thurman. That fight will be coming on the PBC in March. We'll talk about that one. David Benavidez and Zurdo Ramirez. We got to preview that fight. Matter of fact, we got an episode with David Ramirez. You can go to, obviously, the here on the channel. Make sure you take a listen to that. We'll preview that fight as well. And Deontay Wilder coming back as well in April against Derek Chisora. We talked with Wilder, and I got a lot of tweets from you guys about the interview. He talked a lot. He's got a documentary that he says that's coming out. So we'll get into all of that. And we want to hear from you too. We want you to log on to the link and make sure you participate. We want to hear from you. We're going to do these lives a lot more. And, you know, you can always support the show. Make sure you hit, you know, our Cash App. Make sure you hit the Venmo as well. Make sure you support the show because we want to do our best to bring you the content that you've been looking for. By the way, speaking of that, you know what, folks? Hot off the presses. In fact, just got them. We got new merch. Take a look at this. Last Stand. Yep. These are athletic T-shirts. Great material. Got these T-shirts. Last Stand. You can purchase these merch. All you got to do is hit us on the Cash App. Hit us on the Venmo. The T-shirts are just $30. And we got brand new hoodies. Fresh off the press, folks. Look at that. Oh, we hit this new hoodie. $40 as well. This is great. Get the set for 70. Hit that cash, hit that Venmo. Make sure you get the merch. All right, let me bring in my guys. When we talk about doing the last stand, these are the guys behind it. They are right with me. First, my super producer, you know him from the boxing biz, fighter, my dog, Alex Linez. What's up, my man? Got to bring him on. And then, of course, my day one. I mean, look, he's my son, Colin Custer as well. Fellas,
What up?
What up?
We're back.
Hey,
We back.
We didn't get canceled yet. We're back.
Hey, let me tell you something. Fellas, I didn't know if I was going to make it because in Detroit, now, you know, we're in the Northeast. So folks who are watching here who maybe not be from the Northeast, we had all kind of snowstorms, blizzard, this and that. They canceled everything. I'm talking about everything, every flight, whatever. I had a 6 a.m. flight out of Detroit on Monday morning. It was supposed to be here by 8:30. Man, they were talking about we can get you on a flight Thursday morning into LaGuardia. I was like, oh, no, you won't. I got to be back. And so me and a guy, Chris de Blasio, used to work with me over at Showtime. He now has his own PR firm. He was like, Cuss, I think we probably need to just get an SUV and drive it. I said, man, de Blasio, you out your mother freaking mind if I'm going to drive that. It was going to be 10 hours. And but you know what? Then the closest flight I got, because the number of flights had been canceled, was Wednesday. And I was like, okay, can't do it. We first of all, we got to do this show. I got to do this show, and I got to get back. And so, yeah, we did, man. We rented an SUV. We got in the car on Monday morning. I think we got on the road at 9:30. Took us 10 hours, but you know what? We back.
Wow,
we
10
back.
Hour leg.
10 hours.
Right there.
And I drank coffee. I don't ever drink coffee. Alex, I don't never drink coffee. I had to drink your bruh. Man, I mean, we were rolling too. I think we probably did about 85, 90 the entire way.
Bro, but when you got a squad with you, when you got some partners with you on those drives, bro, is much better. Imagine taking that whole leg 9 hours yourself.
Oh,
it's over.
God. I would have died.
Nah, you would have had to stop, bro, like 30 times, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I just know how I know I'm getting old. I got sciatica coming in my legs. If I start driving for like an hour and a half, ooh, I got to pull over and stretch. This pain be coming. I'm telling you, it ain't nice getting old, Alex.
Come on,
you young
bro.
buck. You young.
You getting old, bro. You getting old, bro.
Colin shrugged that 9 hour drive off.
Bro,
like
that's
that.
nothing, bro. I'm asking where's 12 at? I could go another.
We got it bad, man. We got it bad in Jersey, man. Jersey
we do.
Yeah.
We do. All right, well, let's get right into it, man. Let's start with the first thing. How about Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao 2, September 19th at the Sphere. No exhibition. You see Floyd coming out of retirement. He made the announcement over the weekend. You know, he says after his exhibition, supposedly, that's going to go down in like another month or two, that he's focused on Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao just did, a matter of fact, an interview on SportsCenter this morning and said, look, there were a number of people I could have fought. But once I saw that Floyd was going to come out of retirement and that this wasn't going to be an exhibition, that this was going to be a real fight, that I could finally get my redemption. And it's a fight where, as he pointed out in the interview this morning, I'm not injured. After he fought him the first time, he said, I thought I threw the most punches, but I went immediately afterwards and went right to the hospital and had surgery on my left shoulder. So I'm healthy now. There's no excuses, but y'all are like, what, 10, 11 years older,
Right.
48 and 46. What do you think, Alex?
I mean, man, look, man. I remember we were begging for the first one.
Yeah.
It took us years to get that first Manny Pac and Floyd, man. And now we're getting another one. You know, I like the fact that it's not an exhibition. Okay. I like the fact that this is like the OGs right now just kind of coming back and laying it down, right? Yeah. So that to me is a big plus, because if I would have heard some exhibition talk, I'd have been like, I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
So this is like, you know, My two older uncles,
At the cookout.
At the cookout, champ, they ready to get it in, like you know what I'm saying. So I'm not complaining too much, but I'll just be real with y'all, man. Like Floyd, he's always just been so disciplined. He's always been in such great shape. He takes care of the temple, right? And you know, I think he's gonna be the fresher fighter in this fight, man. And I'm interested. I'm interested in seeing after him being away for so long, and you know, he's been in his exhibitions. He's had to stay in somewhat of a shape, but now he has to get into shape, right? We don't know if this is a 12 or a 10, right? This is a 10-round fight, right? We don't know.
I would assume it's going to be a 10.
A 10, right? So yeah, man, I'm interested, man. I'm interested. You know, these are legends. And if we're gonna sit there and see guys like, you know, crazy fights, you know, and I'm not no shade on my man Jake, but like Jake's been doing all these fights, you know, and people have been interested in them, right? And why not? Why not have these legends come back and give us a good fight? You know, Mike Tyson did the whole, you know, exhibition with Jake, and we all wanted to see it, right? And this is gonna be a real fight, and that's, I think, for a boxing purist standpoint, I like that.
Colin, does it appear to your Gen X, Gen Z crowd?
I don't think. I feel like it appears to more of the adulter crowd because Floyd, obviously everyone knows Floyd back in that time. He was one of the greatest, and I think he's one of the greatest. But I have more questions about Manny. Like I'm questioning his comeback because he fought Barrios and he fought him well. And I feel like he fought him well enough to either get the rematch or fight Rolly. And I assumed he would fight Rolly because Rolly's been begging for someone to fight him, and he even wanted to fight Pacquiao. But my question is about his comeback. Is it about money or is it about legacy? Like, what is the point of him coming back what's the point of him coming back for a title shot if he's not really about going after the titles? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why would he fight Barrios? The Barrios fight doesn't make any sense now.
Yeah. I think at that point it was about legacy. But Alex, I think going to, you know, Alex has a company. It's called The Boxing Biz, right? And so I heard so many people over the weekend who are boxing purists, like, I have no interest in watching this fight. But what I would tell them is boxing is a business. And that's exactly like Alex's company, right, Al?
That's right.
It's the Boxing Biz. And they know Mayweather, they know Pacquiao, they know money. And just those two names together, and then you put it on Netflix, where everybody has Netflix.
That is the perfect platform for it.
You're gonna watch it for free, so to speak, even though you're paying your whatever, I don't know, $8.99, $10.99, whatever it is for Netflix a month. You're going to get the fight. And for those who maybe didn't get to see it 10 years ago, now they get to see these two old guys, and we get to see it for free. And they're gonna say what you want. You know it, Alex. They're gonna make a lot of money.
They're gonna make money.
They're gonna make money,
but a lot of money. And
at the end of the day, is it gonna be entertaining? Like, think about the fight itself. You're gonna see two old, washed up dudes.
Hey, what? Wait a minute. You just said y'all watched Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. And
but that's for entertainment value. We don't take Jake Paul as serious as we would with Floyd and Manny.
This is the boxing business. This is what this is about.
These are real fighters. Jake Paul is not a real fighter.
And as Manny said this morning, it's about getting my redemption. It's about getting my redemption.
It's about getting my money. It's about getting my money.
I'm not injured this time. I had
to go. Even if he beats Floyd, who cares? Who cares? You gonna think about the fight any different? No. 20 years, 11 years, however long it's been, you gonna look at him any different?
No, because I'm a boxing purist. I would say, hell.
I'm saying though, I can hear what Colin's saying, but like, you know, for the older crowd, right?
Yes,
for
the older crowd, the younger crowd, as
we wanted a two. If we would have got the two right back to back
10 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
Want to 10 years after when they both already retired, and then now they want to come back. Floyd need money. We know that.
We know.
Floyd needs the bread.
But I mean, like, it's the boxing business. We're gonna squeeze as much as we can. And look, and you got Bulbous right now on the chat right now. He's saying it's a clown show.
Yeah,
it is a clown
Bulbous,
show.
I want to know what age group you're at, man.
Yeah, that's true. Tell us how old you are. That's what I want to know.
It shouldn't matter for you to know that.
Because, like, come on, man.
These dudes are
everybody tuned in to
50
Mike
years
Tyson,
old,
60-year-old Mike
old.
Tyson, bro. Everybody tuned in to 60-year-old Mike Tyson. We ain't
But
gonna
that
tune
was
in.
straight entertainment value. Like, we didn't take that serious. They
What do
want
you
us
mean?
to take this shit serious.
A lot of people were talking about Mike Tyson's gonna knock him out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real. It's gonna go past.
Yes,
You know, like,
he's
a lot of
right.
people
Alex
were
is
talking.
right. Alex, how many people? Listen,
People who don't know boxing say that.
No, because everyone thought Mike Tyson was going to do to Jake Paul what Anthony Joshua did, and I kept telling people, "Do you know that Mike is 60 years old? Mike has to take
no disrespect. He almost died a couple months before the fight.
Exactly. So that's why I was trying to tell folk, like, yo, there's no way that he's going to beat Jake Paul. Jake Paul's been training. He's been fighting a little bit. I'm sorry. Father Time is still undefeated. So
that's why we don't want to see this, bro. This is going to be a low-level boxing, bro. Floyd ain't going to fight like he did 15 years
Let me
ago.
ask you this, Colin. All right, so you don't see Mayweather giving anybody some real challenges right now, like any of the in the welterweights. You think that anybody could just wash?
Are we talking like are we talking like how Floyd did with Barrios? Like Manny did with Barrios?
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, Floyd look a little out of shape, bro. He
Floyd said
look a little out of shape, bro.
Floyd said he back training. He back in the, Shit. So listen, I see it for what it is. It is going to be a big entertainment show.
Yeah, it's going to be
You
a
just
show.
can't sell this as this is a real fight because it's not real. This is not.
I mean,
this
but
is not
it is.
real. It should not be a professional fight.
You could say it's outdated,
right? Yes,
but it's real.
It's real. There you go.
10 rounds. This ain't no 8-rounder. This ain't no
I get that. I
6-rounder.
get that. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if you look at the fight from a microscope,
yeah,
it makes zero sense to me. First of all,
right, check this out. You don't think Manny want that get back? You don't think Manny right now is training like, yo, this is my chance to get it back?
I think he wants that payday. He wants, what can I say? Payday. He wants that payday, bro.
Yeah, he
like
want
that's an easy cash grab. Like
I don't know how Manny doing with bread, but I know that Manny wants that get back.
It don't matter. Like I would take it either way. If I was him, I'd take it. But from a fan's perspective, like a boxing purist perspective, you can't really take it serious because this is like Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. And no boxing purists are gonna sit there and be like, "Yeah, man, this is the fight we wanted to see. We wanted this."
It ain't a current.
I was more excited to see Rolly versus Pacquiao than I am to see Pacquiao versus Mayweather.
Well, and if you look at it like this, okay, you fight Rolly, okay, maybe you get a couple $1 million because you're Manny Pacquiao, and then you part of the pay-per-view. So maybe he walks away with 5, 10 at the most. I'm just those are exaggerated figures.
So Colin, like the Rolly fight, I guess is more appealing to you because it's like he's
just because he's younger.
He's fighting for a reason. There's a reason for him to fight.
Currently in the mix.
And I think it would be a good fight. I think it would be a good fight.
Well,
he gave Barrios a little. Hey, we're gonna get into Barrios later, but he may look.
I can't be mad. I can't be mad at Manny because he says, "Man, this dude beat me. I should have won that fight. And you know what? I can fight this guy now and still make 50 million at least. Come on, man.
That's a lot of money.
You're gonna do it too.
Here, this comment here. He said, "Why nobody said Manny broke?" I want to bring up Floyd. Floyd is a weird type of broke. Like Floyd is doing these little exhibition shits as like a joke. Like he's fighting YouTubers and shit. Like Manny's fighting real fighters. He's fighting professional fighters. He put himself. Barrios was a champion. Like Barrios is a champion. He put himself against a champion. Floyd, he out here trying to fight Mike Tyson. Like, what are we doing? Like Floyd is joking at this point.
Well,
He's just clowning. Manny trying to be for real with making bread. Like, let me fight a professional fighter. I could get my head knocked off here. But he's really gonna put himself in that situation. Floyd out here trying to fight Mike Tyson, like trying to keep it cool and chill. Like, nah.
Listen, a lot of these cats, man, are going to need money when they try to live that lifestyle. There's no way you can continue that kind of lifestyle and not need, 20, 30, 40 million to sustain that. I'm sorry, no matter who you are. Now, Manny does it in different ways. Before Manny used to gamble, he used to do a lot, but now he just gives that money away. He'll be giving the money away to people in the Philippines. He's got an entourage of, I think, bigger than most people's families.
I'm gonna be real. We knew Floyd was broke when he was doing that like Israel campaign, and he was like, "Ain't no one been more down with Israel than me." That's when I knew. First of all, he a sellout, and second of all, he broke because there's no way.
Kind of got political.
I'm being for real. It was like a year ago. He's out here wearing the yarmulke or whatever. Like, no one been more down ever with Israel than me. And I'm like, yeah, that dude broke and he a sellout. So that's the reason why I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
listen, man, I just
clowning, bro.
Hey, look, a lot of these guys, for whatever they want to do on the outside of the ring, that's their prerogative. Maybe Manny has been giving away way too much money. Spending way too much money. And then I think Floyd from the other aspect, obviously, and then some of these fighters see it and then they try to imitate that lifestyle. And then they realize like, holy snaps, I got to fight. You see people like the Charlos and those guys like, yo, I need to fight, man. I ain't had no fight in a couple of years. And they've been trying to flaunt jewelry, this and that.
Or just carry the lifestyle,
Yes, carry that.
Got to carry that lifestyle,
and you ain't got nothing coming in. So I see it for what it is. It's going to be a huge entertainment show. Some people may call it a spectacle, or whatever. But no one else are they going to get that kind of bread from except from each other. And I think that's the reason why. And Netflix sees that too. And that's why Netflix said this is the platform.
That is the perfect platform because they can put on them crazy ass fights.
Everybody can see
They love it because people will watch it. People will watch it. As much as I want to say that I don't care, I'm going to sit down and it's probably going to be a good card. They're probably going to have Carmel on it or Pacquiao's son on it. I'll watch it for that.
Yeah.
That's a good point right there. Because even if you're not in agreement with this fight, they're gonna put something good behind it. You know what I mean? Like you said,
and it's at the Sphere. Like that's a
gonna
spectacle on its
gonna
own.
be at the Sphere.
Yeah,
the UFC one was perfect. Like that was really cool. Seeing the Noche night.
Yes. Because everybody's gonna be. It's like when you go to a Cowboys game, and in Arlington, you just sit there and you look up at that jumbo screen the entire time. You're not even watching the field. That's what they're going to be doing at the Sphere. They ain't going to be watching the ring. They're going to be looking up.
The only thing is the Sphere is a little distracting because they had like the thing all around.
Yeah, right.
So like in the background of the fight, you'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool over there. But you're not really watching the fight. But I feel like being there would be like the craziest shit.
Yeah.
So
live, right?
Yeah. Seeing that shit live would definitely be top tier.
So that's obviously the biggest thing that just happened here, that fight has been finalized September 19th. Again, I was just in Detroit, and Clarissa Shields, man, I'm going to tell you something. First of all, we had the weigh-in where her and Franchón bumped each other, and then the fight camp started swinging. There was some talk before the fight whether or not he was even going to go on because Crews talked about she had swelling in her ankle and her knee from the brawl that happened on the stage that spilled off stage.
That's what that kinesiology tape was all about.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. I mean,
was a mess.
They
want to talk about the Shakur Haney and whatever that brawl was. That was like 10 times worse than that.
That was something. And Crews was right. Now look, the Shields people, they rushed her right away. Pulled her right away. But Crews got right in the middle of it because obviously her husband, who's a former fighter, was throwing some blows. And so she was trying to jump in it for that reason. And there was talk maybe she would sue. The fight wouldn't go on. Luckily, they both got checked out. Everything was good. Man, what a fight.
She's tough, man, Franchón, bro. She took some punishment, bro.
Alex, I think she got vibranium in her skull. Because, damn. I mean, I sat there ringside, and she took punches flush and kept coming.
That first round, bro. You could tell there was some emotion in that first round. They were getting some emotion out. In that.
She said that. Emotional, you know what? She said that, Colin and Alex, she said at the beginning, she said, I lost it. And I even my corner was telling me, what are you doing? And she said, I just went for broke. I tried to get her. But you know what? It was a great fight. It was a great back and forth. You can see why Franchón Crews has never been stopped. That was a really, really high profile, very high skill elite boxing on the women's side. And
the fight like that injured too. The fight like that injured, standing there in the pocket, you know, she was ready to.
I tell you, Clarissa looked great, man. Hand speed was tremendous.
She was nice.
She was bobbing and weaving.
She was nice.
And how about her calling out Sweets afterwards? Said, "Let's get it. You've been talking. Let's get it on." And then said Michaela Mayer, which I don't know if that's fight realistic. How they gonna do that? I
don't think that's realistic.
Why? Michaela too small?
Yeah, I was gonna say
she's too small, right?
Clarissa looked big in there, man. She looked big in there. She's
heavyweight. So
that's what I'm saying.
She said she's gonna have to.
There's
got to
be some.
To get down to 168.
She don't know if she can go up too much.
Yes,
she had good body work too, man. I'm gonna tell you, Clarissa. First of all, T-Bud was there. T-Bud's been having a blast, man. He's everywhere right now. And he was in the back
like it on
room.
this Caleb Plant shit. He just go to every fight. He's
in every fight. He brought his son with him. Little son was out, holding the belt as they were walking out. And what I did notice, man, I don't know if you guys peeped this, man, but when the camera crew had the camera on Clarissa and T-Bud, and he was telling her something, and he was telling her to hit the body, bro. Yeah. I seen so many little shots happen inside live while she was fighting, and she was hitting Franchón with that body shot so good, bro. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And I don't. Of course, she's thrown that body shot probably 1,000,000 times. Yeah, but just that Bud was in there, like, yo, you just got to do this. And if you see the camera shot, like he told her, like, pick up your hand. But bro, that body shot, I don't know if that was one of the reasons why she slowed down and throwing so many punches. Because Franchón wasn't throwing as many punches as she always does, right? Oh, yeah. She leans on fighters with her weight too, which is something that when you get smothered, bro, when you got somebody that's a little heavier than you, man, and they smothering you, it zaps your energy. Yep.
She was trying to do that to type shit.
Yeah, on some freaking Fury, like a blanket.
That's his go-to, bro. That's his go-to.
It zaps you. And Clarissa, bro, she was in there. She would get out of the way so that she wouldn't blanket her like that. She was just phenomenal, bro. Yeah, everything she was doing, bro. I mean, the jabs, everything.
Hey, let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question. Is she one of the top ticket sellers in boxing?
As far as Detroit, Michigan, yeah.
American ticket seller. American boxers.
Let's be real. Let's be real for a second. Okay. If she was fighting MSG,
okay.
Let's say she's fighting a Franchón Crews and MSG. Is she selling it out?
Okay, that's right. Listen.
Look at Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor is.
I
Katie Taylor's a draw, more of a draw. I feel like.
Well, and now Amanda Serrano is New York girl. Yeah. So that helped. Don't get me wrong. So now I'm just saying, she showed over 18,000. That place was rocking. Now
but it wasn't. Home. She's home.
I'm just saying it was the D, and our people was out there thick.
Yeah, it was live out there, bro. It was lit.
Yo, all the players came out with their fur on. They had
look at the walkout, whoop that trick. She was out there. She was ready.
Boosie with her. He came out with her.
Y'all peep when she got in the ring, man. Like she just started looking around, and she's like,
"Great!" I'm telling you,
she was just like
electric.
Like for a second, I'm like, "Oh man, she's gonna get overwhelmed." Yep. She but nah, man, she's a true champ. She was just soaking it up. and I don't know if for MSG she'll sell out or not, but what Demetrius Lita's doing with her right now and win records, bro. I mean, it works more when you're in the hometown, but I mean, this fight got some exposure, right? I don't know what the ratings are looking like, but she's out there, bro. Oh yeah, people know Clarissa Shields, and she's always stuck to her guns, right? As far as business. Yeah. And I mean, we would have wanted to see her at Most Valuable, because they got a killer roster over there for women's boxing. But she's a star in her own right, man. I'm excited to see, where she goes next. Can she sell out something?
It's got to be Shadeja, bro.
Low-key thought Shadeja was there. When she said, come out, I'm like, Shadeja went out there? That's just crazy.
They could have met up in the ring and did a face-off or something. That would have been
crazy.
Yeah, I know her trainer, Barry Porter, and he was telling her, like, yo, because look, people don't understand. Shadeja, great fighter, but she is as humble as so she ain't rolling nowhere with no security. She gonna be by herself, and that's what Barry was like. Nah, you can't go out to Detroit. and not have no security.
Yeah, that's true, man.
The tensions is too high between
so
Shields and Crews, and then if you get in there and after that fight, tension's already high, and you ain't got nobody, no security with you, you can't do that. And so
honestly,
that's why. That's why she didn't. I
want to see this this fight with Shadasia Green. But like as far as Clarissa staying at heavyweight, bro, she need to get out of there. Y'all seen Perkins?
Oh, Danielle Perkins. Oh, that right hook. Oh my gosh, that night hook. I saw that to sit there ringside and see that and that woman fall. I was like,
blood gushing from her mouth.
Yes,
like, damn,
beating her, bro.
Good call from the ref because she looked like she wanted to go at it again. I'm like, nah, bro. That was it. That was it.
Nah, she went to the back room and dabbed up Clarissa Shields. And when I saw how big Perkins is, I'm like, how did Clarissa even get past this girl, man?
Hey, Danielle Perkins and I was looking face to face at one another. I was like, dude, I was like, this
hit you with a body shot.
She would piece me up.
Yeah.
Like this broad would piece me up. I was like,
nah, she reminds me of Ann Wolf.
Yeah,
for sure.
She would
Perkins, man.
And that's why you got to give even more respect to Clarissa Shields. How she going through all of them and going through all of these women, man. And I'm with you. I think her and Sweet's great fight that should be coming up. Yeah. And I'm with you, Alex. As long as she's selling out Little Caesars Arena and bringing in 18,000, hey, all my fights is up in Detroit. You know what I mean? All my fights. We got a sold out arena. You had a lot of media. I thought it was a smart move to do it on a Sunday. You're the only thing in town.
Right after DAZN had a big fight.
Like she deserves. She
had the spotlight.
Had the spotlight. Do it.
It's what you do.
And it was free.
And it's free on the app.
No pay-per-view.
Yes.
It's what you do off season, man.
No pay-per-view.
While she's not promoting a fight, they need to put her out there in front of more media, right?
Yes.
Maybe entertainment, maybe at the basketball games, maybe next to just shows.
She do be going to, I think, the Pistons games.
Yeah.
Dave
said she be bringing out more people than the Pistons. Yeah, she did that night. That arena was stacked, bro.
Stop sleeping on the Pistons, bro. They nice, bro. Pistons are nice.
And I love Detroit. Let me tell you something. They gave The Last Stand much love because I was walking through there because I got to call the undercard. By the way, her and Win Records were working with Zeus. We did like the undercard fights on the Zeus network. I wasn't familiar with it, but I'm familiar with it now. I guess they got some show called Baddies. Boy, it's ratchet. But you know what? The girls was there from Baddies. And so I think they got a reality show. I think Clarissa and Papoose are going to do a reality show on Zeus.
See, that's exposure, bro.
That makes sense.
And so, hey, look, give Clarissa her piece. Not only undisputed, but she done raid and went to the top. I give her all the props in the world for what she's doing.
Boxing is hot
it's
right
on fire.
On fire. It's hot right now.
Women's sports is on fire right now.
Yeah. Shout out to Team USA.
Yep.
Women's hockey.
Yep. So I give her mad respect. And then she's going to supposedly do this reality show, her and Papoose on this Zeus network for this show, Baddies.
You watching it or?
I would say this.
I'll watch it for Clarissa.
Hey, we need to get the Zeus network to be a sponsor up on here on The Last Stand.
Last Stand on Zeus.
And I'm just saying they were our people because they were like, "Yo, what's up, Last Stand?" They didn't even call me by my name. It was like, "What's up, Last Stand? What's up, Last Stand?"
All right, what up, Last Stand?
Exactly. And I would say this
Last Stand.
I would say this too. The girls from Baddies, because it's this reality show. They just be fighting and whatever, you know.
You're getting crazy in there.
They performed, right? Oh my God. Oh, no. They got in there and they were all half dressed, ass hanging out, this.
Throwing ass.
Baddies.
And they were performing, they were doing their song. I'm not too familiar with it, but they were doing their song. And my man, God love him, Jimmy Lennon Jr. was like,
yo, Jimmy peeping game, bro.
But they didn't. I guess they didn't show it on the DAZN broadcast.
Nah, they didn't.
They went to a feature.
I think it was the Navarrete.
Okay, they went to a
like
feature.
Doing a little promo.
They was all in front, shaking that shit, going all that there, and all our sisters right in front of Jimmy. Jimmy was like,
Jimmy's
Yeah,
giving them
Jimmy,
the nod.
That's my boy, bro. That's
I
the
was
goat,
like,
bro.
God bless him.
That's the goat, bro.
Because everybody who knows Jimmy know he's the sweetest man in
The
this
greatest
world.
dude, bro. The greatest dude.
And he was trying to be like, I'm not looking at that ass. Nope.
But on some serious note, though,
Little
BC,
side eye.
Go ahead.
Colin, man, what y'all think, man? When we saw Atif Oberton, right?
Oh my
And
gosh,
Yeah.
Joe
bro.
George. He has been
Oh,
released from the
God.
hospital. He went to the hospital overnight. They kept him. He was released in the morning. That's your update.
That was crazy.
Oh my God.
I literally walked into the room. David was like, I was like, what the hell just happened, bro? Like
Alex.
in between
again,
the round, like what?
Yes, Alex, being ringside, and when that dude fell, I thought he was dead because when he fell, his arm was hanging out the ring, and he was.
What was his trainers doing? They were just sitting there, just watching.
Yeah,
him,
the one who was giving me one, he was shocked. He was shocked.
He was like this, dog. He was like,
yeah, he was in
He
shock.
didn't touch him.
Yo, I'm like, bro, do something, bro. It was like for like 10 seconds, he just staring at him. I'm like, do something.
you know what it was? They were waiting for the doctors, I think.
Yes,
He
yes.
was just as shocked as everybody else, man.
Yes.
And it was a headbutt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it was
said
like a
they
delayed
had a
reaction.
headbutt and then maybe delay reaction. I think maybe the moment was big too. There was like a lot of because he wasn't as hyped going into it. He was kind of really. And I had spoken with Highland Williams, who was his trainer, who is now training with Charlo.
Okay.
He was telling me like, "Oh, George, I think he's ready. Man, this is going to be a big upset." Blah blah blah. So I was locked in on that fight because it was like the co-main.
Yeah. No, I was
of the
excited to
night.
see Atif, man.
Yeah, exactly. And see if he's going to get pushed. And Highland was telling me that Joe George is going to come and shock everybody. Watch what he's going to do to Atif. And I just think maybe the moment was just big and there was a lot of anxiety but I'm just happy he's been released.
Michaela said a little something about it too, and it's true, man. Like you just never know the weight cut, the water.
Yeah,
it's usually the water, man.
Yeah,
and if you don't
they said
have
the water might have shocked the system.
If your brain don't got that water to protect it, man, and it could be like it happened, like a clash. You know what I'm saying? And it really rattled him, but it was the late delay. That like he just like you said he had his arm out. He looked like a marionette.
Yeah.
And that's scary, bro. That's scary, man. And it's scary for a fighter too. I mean, you don't want to, ain't nothing to be proud about. You in the ring and you kill somebody, man.
Absolutely.
Even if it wasn't a punch, man, with that noggin that my man Overton got.
Yeah.
Boy, he ain't even flinch off that headbutt.
I know.
He even said it. I'm just trying to dip, to defensively, and we clashed. But man,
that was scary.
Big respect to the boxers, bro.
Yeah,
like we talk about this fighting stuff, but it's real, man.
It's real. Hey,
it's real.
I try to explain to everybody, this is a hard way to make a living. This is a hard
sport in the world
way to make a living because you literally are putting your life on the line when you walk into those four corners of that ring, and there's nobody there. You ain't got no teammate. You ain't got nobody. No. It's just you. This and this, and so absolutely, man. I just say overall, Detroit was great. My man Tony Harrison was there. Tony Harrison, his super bad gym had gotten Lance Smith, who got a 3rd round TKO, Jasmine Hampton, who won. Super bad gym and Tony Harrison doing some things, man. He got some fighters. He got some fighters. So. Shout out to him. He's going to join us in the 1 o'clock hour. We're going to get his thoughts on everything we got on. But all right, let's get to Ryan Garcia is a world champion. So he beat Mario Barrios. By the way, again, you want to support the show, you can Cash App us, hit the Venmo there. QR's right there, man. Anything you want to throw to us, we love it. We're going to keep doing these live shows and bringing you special guests on them as well.
That's you moving stuff, Colin?
Yeah, that's Colin.
Yeah,
Colin, what you moving, bro?
My fault, bro.
DJ turntables out this.
My fault, bro. My fault,
God,
bro.
Oh.
He's a chicken.
The mic just too good. The mic too good, bro.
Hey,
catching.
Hey, Alex, he gonna turn me into a father, man. Sit your ass down. Stop moving.
My fault. My fault. That's on me.
Okay.
All right, back to the real topic at hand, bro.
Ryan Garcia.
King Rye.
That's Colin's guy. So King Rye. So
yeah, what did I tell him when he was on the last?
There was a lot going into this fight. lot going into this fight because Mario Barrios had Joe Goosen, who was Ryan's previous trainer. He went and got him for this fight. And obviously, Barrios' strap was on the line. We had Ryan on the last stand, right, Alex?
Yes, we did. Yes, we
did. Let the people know and let them see and hear what Ryan Garcia told us on the last stand, folks, what was going to happen when he faced Mario Barrios and his former trainer.
Listen, he wasn't lying either. He really meant what he was saying. Let's see what my man had to say.
1 minute, I'm going to put a beating on him like that. I'm deep frying him to the point where he's cooked, about to ass, all that. BTA, all that. I'm going to beat him up bad.
Hey,
I 20 seconds into the fight, bro, dropped him.
Right on the tempo, bro.
And I will say this, Alex, the one thing I came away with watching that fight, Ryan was popping Barrios with that jab, right? Because Barrios has that high guard, and he was like, but then he would almost. I think Barrios thought he was always going to go with the jab. Then he would come around it. He'd be like, boom, and hit him with that left hook.
The hook,
and then boom, boom, bop over the top, and that was that right over the top.
That right hand
that dropped him, and he was just getting him flush all the time. Bop, bop, boom over the top with that right hand. I'm like, come on, Barrios, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Man.
And I want to hear your thoughts on this, but I remember, Alex, we had a conversation right after we had talked to Ryan, and I was telling Alex this because I know Barrios pretty well, and from doing a number of his fights. People maybe don't realize Mario Barrios, when he was younger, had a really bad stuttering problem, really bad speech impediment. He would stutter like really bad. He's worked on it. That's why he's really, I would say his demeanor is kind of calm because he's always been quiet because he never wanted to let people know as he got older that he had a stuttering problem. So if you notice, he's not a big talker. It wasn't like he carried the promotion for this fight. It was all Ryan. It was all Ryan. He's not a big talker at all. Even when he fought Tank, it was mostly Tank. It had nothing to do with Mario Barrios. We were trying to find stories at Showtime to bring out about Barrios. But if you listen to him talk sometimes, you will hear it. He will say like that. It will be, but it goes into
he's worked on it a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. But my point of that is it goes into his demeanor in the ring. He's not a dog in the ring. When he was at the lower weights, 130, 125, he was so much taller that he could do away with those guys that people thought, oh my God, this guy's a monster. Holy cow, this guy's going to be special. But then once he got up to 130, 135 and started creeping up to the bigger weights, other cats were beating, whether, obviously they fed him to Thurman, they fed him to Tank, and now all of a sudden he's getting beat against these guys because they knew that, this dude
got no pop.
He ain't no dog. This ain't no pit bull I'm going after or going to come after me.
Yeah.
I can attack him. And I thought that was what was going to happen. And I tell you what, now you got to, you know this, Alex, when you fight Ryan Garcia, you got to, all them antics, you got to let that shit go out the window. Don't even listen to it. Don't even play into that. I think that was Haney's problem. He kind of let the antics get into him too. Yeah.
He got mad.
But I just thought it was a masterclass by Ryan Garcia. What'd you think, Alex?
I mean, going into just his reserved demeanor, right? And you look at it through the interviews, like you said, it's and I didn't know that. That he had that growing up. But you see, he tries to control it. And, the less he speaks, the less he has to control it. Now, as far as that demeanor transferring over into the ring, you got, as a fighter, you got choices to make. You know what I mean? And usually, if you can't express verbally, you got to express them with these. All right. And I personally, I really don't like it when fighters hide behind the high guard. That's like a sock 'em, rock 'em, punch me guard. When you got this guard like this all the time, to me, I see a lot of fighters falling into this high guard and just kind of receiving punches. You know what I mean? To me, it's not a guard that screams offense. at times. And I know that you have to watch and you have to block, but there's different guards, there's different pairings that you can do. You don't got to always stay here. You know what I'm saying? And Mario Barrios, for the most part, fights like that with a high guard. And, you know, it was easy for Ryan Garcia to you know, have a good punch selection against that type of guard. And, you know, you could tap that guard. He would close it in more forward. Then he would expose his ears, right? That's where the equilibrium shots come from. And then when he would get hit here, he would widen it up, back out. And then it was just like he was locked into that guard, man. And I expected him to go to do more, right? As far as defense, right? Just using different guards. But that's what Mario been doing for the longest. That, you know, it wasn't no surprise that we got that. I just thought that maybe my man Joe Goosen was gonna just try to maybe, you know, kind of shake things up a little bit, you know, tell him to do different things. But to me, it seemed like the same Mario Barrios that we always see. So, you know, Ryan Garcia didn't have much to really, you know, figure out. And as you can see, man, the speed was a big issue. It's always an issue.
Yeah, yes.
And, you know, and the right hand, everybody talks about the left hook. The right hand came out. And that was the one that put him on his back pockets right from the rip on the first round. So, you know, Ryan Garcia's backpedaling on the back foot, loved it. I loved it, man, because we got to see Ryan Garcia show us all his angles. He was attacking. He was fighting off the back foot. He was throwing Mario Barrios off balance because, you know, Mario Barrios was coming forward in his face. And obviously he was trying, but he tried too late in the later rounds. That's when he really started jumping in with some punches to try to cover ground. But Ryan Garcia just kept discalibrating his movement. Every time he would move angled out. And you saw Henry at the corner. You got to keep moving. Don't fall into that fight. Because Mario Barrios, when he's in the middle, when he's going head to head with you and you stay there too long, he can get loose. He can start to land shots. But yeah, man, Ryan did his thing. He moved. He attacked. We saw a lot of different angles that he showed us in this fight, and I'm just glad that the real Ryan showed up.
There you go. I like that. Colin, what do you think? And it's funny because that was the reason why he went to Bob Santos. You remember he was with Virgil for a long time. He was with Virgil Hunter a long time. What's Virgil? Virgil's very calm. Virgil's soft-spoken. You know, I'm just saying, you know, sometimes you take that demeanor of your trainer. Now, Virgil can be very stern, but even when Virgil is stern, his stern voice is like this. It's not a yelling type voice. And that's why they were together for so long. And Bob Santos, he went to Bob Santos because Santos was like, yo, I'm fire and brimstone. I'm going to put that into you. And they thought they had it for a couple of fights. And then all of a sudden, you know, he fights Pacquiao. And if you remember in this Pacquiao fight, what was the thing that really stood out to me in that Pacquiao fight? Do you remember how many times on a break, maybe they were fighting and Pacquiao would back off and say, hey, you hit me low, man. Get your punches up. And Mario would just stand there and be like, okay. And we were like, what are you doing? The ref didn't say anything. Hit this dude. Don't stop giving this guy respect. Hit him.
I feel like that's what I was going to say.
And that's what Joe Goosen was sitting next to me. We were watching the fight. He was like, oh, man, God, he needs to get after him. I would do that. Yeah. And that was the reason why they worked together for this fight. Joe was trying to implement. He's like, I'm going to make him aggressive. But you know, sometimes you can't teach what they say. You can't teach your old dog new tricks.
Yeah. I was going to say, I feel like he respected Ryan's power too much. Like Ryan's got power, but Rolly came after him. Rolly's like, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you.
Yeah.
Rolly's like, I'm not scared of you. I got power too. And I'm going to show you that I got power. And he shelled Ryan up because he hit Ryan and Ryan's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
This dude can punch. But Barrios, from the get-go, Ryan was on the control. He knocked him down and that was it. Once he knocked him down, Barrios was winning the show. And he was like, you know what? I just don't want to get knocked out. He didn't really he didn't push the action at all. And even when Ryan was on the back foot, he was still throwing. When Barrios was on the back foot, he just shelled up. And that's what Goosen was saying is when you're stepping back, you still got to throw.
Right.
And I feel like he just respected the power too much. After he felt it in the first round, he's like, oh, shit, this dude can knock me out, you know?
Right.
And, yeah, it's a great win for Ryan. I mean, Ryan needed it. I'm going to be honest. I feel like he needed it. Because if you lose Yeah, he can call some
He got a
shots
belt.
now.
He got a
What
belt.
do you
Call some
think?
shots.
What you think? What you think, Alex? What y'all think? You get hear from both of them. What you think about Ryan and Shakur? He said Shakur was there. He was like, "Let's get it." What do you
Can I
think?
be honest with y'all?
Come on.
I'm gonna be honest. You know, Shakur's my man.
Absolutely.
Brick City stand up,
Yes.
right? But I would love to see this fight, and I want to see because Shakur says everybody's little.
Yeah.
He says everybody's little. When he seen Ryan in the back, he was
I
like,
thought
"Man,
you
I
were
thought
bigger
you
than
bigger."
that. Yeah.
I think that's a psychological thing that Shakur
It
be
is.
doing to cats,
It
like
is.
to try to like bring them down a little bit.
Yeah.
But the speed, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's not just the speed in the hands,
The volume too.
it's the volume, and it's what you gotta do for Shakur Stevenson is you gotta have quick feet.
Yeah.
You saw what Edwin De Los Santos was able
Ryan,
to do.
Ryan doesn't have quick feet. He doesn't have quick feet.
So
Ryan doesn't have quick feet.
you gotta work on your feet. You got fast hands, but if you want to catch up to a Shakur Stevenson, you gotta have quick feet. Now, if Ryan goes in there, picks up the speed on covering ground, along with that speed in his hand, then I could probably say, okay, you got a shot at Shakur. You got a shot at Shakur. Do I want to see it? Absolutely, I want to see it. Two young fighters. Now,
I want Haney first. I'm gonna be honest.
you
I
want
want
Haney
Haney
first?
You want
It's
Shakur?
always going to
what?
be in the back of his mind.
Oh, you talking about Ryan?
Yeah,
and Haney
Ryan and
again?
Haney. Yeah,
Or Shakur and Haney
Oh, okay.
I'd
you
rather
want
see
and Haney.
Ryan and Haney first
again. Okay.
because it's this stain on the clothes, man. Like it's a no. It was a no contest. Like it didn't count. Why not get it again? I mean, this is the biggest the fight will ever be. Ryan's got a belt. Devin's got the belt. Like let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Now the
Because
Shakur,
the Shakur fight will be at a catch weight.
yeah, it's gonna say here. Shakur said that he's gonna be able to catch. I don't know if I want to see. I don't want to see a catch weight Ryan. We already seen that with Tank.
We saw
already
with Tank,
we saw with Tank. I don't want to see a weight drained Ryan, and I don't want to see that.
Because at the end of the day, there's always going to be
see that.
some sort of excuse. I'm not fighting at 47. I just look the best at 47. Why make me go back down?
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Haney fight makes the most sense. This is the most sense the Haney fight makes, I think, ever.
Haney look good right
Because
now,
let's say
guys.
Ryan loses to Shakur. Haney's going to be like, all right, I'll fight Shakur at a catch weight now.
You know, Haney, aka Debo, he's got the hit list. By the fact,
Do the Devin Haney, do the
hey,
Devin
Alex,
Haney.
hey, Alex, we talking to Bill Haney this week, so we gonna
snap.
we
You got to bring it. Push
Yo,
for the
don't
fight
say
to
Bill
happen.
Haney
'cause
3
that's what the
times. He'll
people
pop
want.
up right now, champ.
He posted it. Devin
Haney.
posted the
Crazy
poster,
man.
bro.
Bill Haney. You know what I mean? We talking to the great Bill Haney this week. I can't wait. I've been waiting.
That's
to
what
do
the
this
people
for a while.
want. That's the biggest fight in boxing, in my opinion. Is
Devin
the
Ryan.
rematch. Yeah,
I mean, I want to
'cause
see it. I want to see it.
Before it was personal. Now it's even more personal with the lawsuit and the drugs and whatever.
You know, that's
And
a
then-
question that pops up, right? For Ryan, these guys are always talking about VADA testing. How do you guys
He
feel
was in it.
about that? That Ryan's still being tagged as as a cheater, and like these fighters are always talking. Whenever they see him do something right, they're like, "Oh, you gotta make sure that VADA's involved."
It's kind of like it's kind of like Canelo too. I mean.
Yeah.
People will always say that once you get busted at once, it's always gonna come with you. But if you
get the fuck out of here, because
I will really fuck you up right now, motherfucker.
now look, we asked Ryan about it, and I told you, that was the question I said. People are always gonna say, but you know what? You tested positive for it, and he had his reasons saying, oh no, and why didn't the B sample say this, and the ostarine was more this, and this. But you know what? Once you test positive, hey,
It's a stain, bro.
You get a stain, and you got to pay the cost. Now he said, I set my year out. Now I'm back. And here we go. And
well, he was back, and then he had an awful performance against
yes,
Rolly. So
exactly.
So
Exactly.
at the end of the day, I mean, poor Rolly, man. Rolly can't have none, bro.
I mean, Rolly already he thought he had Pacquiao. Now that's gone because Pacquiao's got
gone.
Mayweather. He thought he was going to get Ryan. Ryan was like, nah, I'm going to go get
Ryan,
Mario.
I'm good.
I mean, he thought he was going to get Conor Ben. Conor Ben and gone all over to Zupa boxing. I mean, my man Rolly's
Damn,
like,
bro.
Damn,
come
bro,
on, can I get
Poor
somebody?
Rolly, bro.
I
Rolly
feel
can't even. Rolly can't even find a fight. What we doing? He got a belt. And he got a belt, and they cherry picking him. What are we doing, bro?
Broly's popping up at the fights and just he's just trying to stay relevant.
He's praying to find something.
Well, T.O. looking for a fight now. He said because he said he going to 147.
Yeah,
so
that would be a.
There you go.
Yeah, T.O. man,
that'll be a fight. All right.
There you
T.O.'s
go.
going up to 147, man.
Yes.
I don't know, man.
Yes, that's what T.O. said. He says he's going up to 147.
Wow.
Wherever Shakur isn't, that's what he's gonna say.
I don't know what he's chasing up there, man. I think he's too small, man.
I would agree with you there. I would like to.
The power just isn't there.
Yeah, I would like for him to stay there.
Like how much are you cutting? Like how much is the cut really affecting you that you got to go up to 147? You know.
Yeah.
Or what big fights are really there for you that aren't at 140? Like I just, I'm not seeing him up there, man. But I hope he's good, man. I don't know if there's any updates on Teofimo. I know the last that the people were talking about was that he needed a new look in camp, right? Maybe a second, maybe Pops take that back seat a little bit, maybe get somebody else in there. I agree, and nothing against Senior, they've been doing it together for so long, but every now and then, man, you just need some more eyes. You know what I mean? Need somebody extra in there. And I know they had the Bordy in there, the Puerto Rican trainer. I forget his name, where he was actually training. And I know he has something to do with the, with the training and everything else in the camp. But like, we need somebody that's really gonna put that fire in Tio. You know what I mean? Like
it's like Ryan when he went back to his dad. Like Ryan, he said he needed his dad back. He needed someone that he fully trusted. And I think it makes sense. But like for Tio, I think he said he's going back to his dad. So obviously it's not as big as a problem to him. But from the outside perspective, like I feel like it needs to be within himself. Like he needs to take charge because his dad does all the talking. Now.
You're right.
His dad is the spectacle now.
Yeah, you're right. He himself,
I feel like he needs to be like, yo, dad, like I'm down to train. Like we've done all this together. He beat Loma. Like, and he said it was his dad that helped him beat Loma. But
it's more psychological.
It needs to be him.
For Tio, bro.
Yeah, like it's got to be. It's all mental thing. But back to Ryan.
You got. Hey, listen, y'all know this. Alex, you know this. This has been the history of boxing. Look at Sean Porter and his dad. Who was the dominant one? It was always his father.
No dad. Look at Brian Norman. Brian Norman got rid of him.
We would sit in fighter meetings and ask, "Hey, Sean, so what do you think about this?" His dad would be like, "So what we're going to do is blah 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 blah." And we'd be like, oh, "But we were talking to him."
Yeah.
And he would just sit down like that. Look at even Danny Garcia and Angel. Crazy Angel. Crazy Angel would pop off. He would pop off at the press conferences, and Danny would just sit there. And it wasn't until the Thurman fight where we were at Barclays where he went crazy. And at that time, he got a little sensitive because he was calling Keith Thurman, nigga this, nigga that, blah, 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 blah. And the BBC was like, whoa.
He went hood on him.
Yes, they were like, whoa, slow down.
He thought he was back on the block. Like
he was like, yo, nigga, you got that ponytail. You look crazy with that shit. We going to beat that ponytail off you, nigga. And the BBC was like, got this press conference.
Yeah, man.
We got to get him off. And after that, remember the WBC banned him and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And then that was when I think Danny had to kind of like take over and say, okay, now I got to be my own mouthpiece, so to speak. But you've always had these dominant fathers, man. Because a lot of times, sometimes they live through the sons.
The son, yeah.
They might not
you
even
can see it with Tio's dad. You can see it with Tio because he's coming at with Bud at the press conference or weigh-in, whatever that was, and Bud literally told him like you're being a clown. You're being a clown.
Right.
Like he had to check him like you're being a clown.
Right.
And Absolutely. He was out here trying to standing in front of everyone, trying to act a fool. And at the end of the day,
what other fights stuck out, from the Ryan Garcia fight for y'all, man?
How about Frank Martin, man? That was a slugfest.
Yeah. He almost got his ass knocked out again. But I think Frank had his moments in that fight. I really think Frank fought well. And Nahir ain't no bum now. Like he ain't no.
Definitely not no bum.
I don't know.
Champ. He's a disruptor.
Yeah, he almost beat Keyshawn. So
bro, he's a disruptor, bro.
Yeah, round 10 was probably the best round.
Yeah, that was good.
Out of all the fights, honestly.
That was a good fight. That was a good
I
fight.
think that was the best round on the card.
And how about Gary Anton Russell? I mean, he showed a lot of skill because Hiroka, give him. He had visa issues. He basically came here to the States maybe a day or two before the fight.
What?
And then you can see it took him like 3-4 rounds to kind of get going.
Up.
And once he got
that
going,
body work, bro. Woo. If he threw them body shots in the first 3 rounds,
he was
Gary's gonna have him a problem. Hey, one of them was real low though. One of them was real low, and he didn't really recover from that one.
But just think, if he didn't have them visa problems, it could have came here like a month or two before when he was. That could have been a different story.
You know how it is, man.
But
you know,
what was up with those scorecards, bro? Like the way the judges saw it and the way that majority of the other people saw it, it was like completely different.
It looked there were a number of people who thought either obviously that the Frank Martin fight should have been a draw, or that some people said Albright should have given it because of the way he rocked Frank a couple times in those.
Yeah,
lost his mouthpiece.
Yes.
If he didn't lose the mouthpiece twice, and if Frank didn't pull him down right after he got knocked or almost got knocked down, he dragged him to the ground. And that gave like a good 10-second break. If he didn't have that, then I think like Frank was going to get out of there.
Okay. He hit him with some good hooks, man. Nice shots. He's awkward.
Yeah.
Albright is awkward, bro.
Yeah.
It's his build, too. If you guys see, his build is a little awkward, too. He got high shoulders, long arms. And he gets, when you got those high shoulders, you know what I'm saying? And he's looked like he works out pretty good, too. You know what I mean? And when you got that high, it's like you're able to, on the inside especially, because the shots that he hit Frank Martin with were on the inside. You don't expect them, right? You don't expect them to land the way they are because they come in like on an overhand angle.
Yeah,
it's not like a straight, 180 type of hook. It comes in at an angle. And
but the one thing Frank did to neutralize that a little bit was the body work that he had in the beginning of the fight. He had that. Yeah. The body work was really good in the beginning of the fight, and then he low-key abandoned it. He was headhunting in the end. And that's why he got caught, because he was dropping his hands. Yeah, he dropped his hands, and he got caught with a low 3-piece. He got caught with a low 3-piece.
Look at David. I watched Hiroka spar, and that he looked like Boots. But he usually fights like Shakur in his actual fights. He's got a lot of potential. I like to see him at 147.
I liked him. I told you, man.
He a beast, bro.
Yeah, he only showed up because of the visa issues a day or two before the fight. Had he gotten that rectified, that could have been a totally different
acclamation
fight.
there for him. He would have been better, man. He did great.
A little earlier work too, like a little work early. I feel like that's why the scorecards might have been a little wide, is because they're early on in the fight. They might have given Gary the early fight.
You seen Gary Russell's cornerman skills?
Oh yeah.
Russell trying to bring life to his brother.
He's the page now that Papa Russell, God rest his soul, is gone. Gary Russell Jr. is now the patriarch, somewhat of the family, man.
He kind of reminded me of Pops when he was talking like that. I'm like, he's really letting him have it, waking him up.
You starting to piss me off.
He's starting to piss me off.
Gary woke up like, okay.
Yeah. He's like, I hear you.
That's my boy. Gary Russell Jr. is my guy, man. Y'all don't say nothing bad about Gary Russell Jr. That's my dude.
He got him in line.
Absolutely. Shorty. That's how they talk of it. Shorty.
That's how the fight that we didn't get. Richardson Hitchens, bro. What was that?
Oh my God. I felt bad for Rich. What's going on with that? People were talking about the weight cut. Maybe that weight cut, it was too much,
bro.
They said they saw him in the lobby. He was eating some eggs or something, and then they said right after he started throwing up.
How you gonna eat some? Oh man, he was eating eggs, throwing up.
Yeah, they said he was in the lobby eating breakfast.
Yeah,
after the weigh-in,
full breakfast, and then
pre-weigh-in or whatever.
Yes,
the day of weigh-in, and then they said they saw him
he had like a flu
up.
or something, like a stomach bug or something.
I guess.
I don't know.
Did he make weight? Did he make weight?
He made the weight because
he made both weights. Yeah, he made them both of the weigh-ins.
I ain't mad at him, bro.
Yeah.
You can get sick, It's when you don't make weight, and even the weight cut can knock your immune system down too. If you ain't doing it right, you can get a little weak. I don't know how tough it is for him, but he's never had weight issues.
He did look a little sunken in during the weigh-ins. He looked a little malnourished during the weigh-ins. So I cut him some slack. Like, he looked how Frank looked in the tank fight when he said he was a little drained,
That's no good.
It was his eyes were very sunken in, but I thought he could recover and rehydrate, but Yes,
bro.
not.
Oscar Duarte was waiting for him.
Yeah, Duarte was ready for that work.
He was waiting for him, and low key, not like I really wanted like Richard Hitchens to go in there and really, because Oscar was talking so much shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you the pussy, you the pussy. Like he was talking massive shit. I was like, damn, Oscar's been training really good. He talking mad shit. I usually don't see him talking that much. And the fight didn't happen, man. Will we get that fight? Is it like
I think it was Chris Mannix said they're looking to reschedule
that. Yep.
For a different card or something.
Yep. Right. I saw Mannix in Detroit, and he told me the same thing.
Okay.
They're looking to reschedule.
We need that fight.
That's
bro,
a good fight.
Richardson needs a fight, bro. What's going on?
That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Hey,
what's going on with Richardson, bro?
We're at the top of the hour. You're watching Last Stand Live here. You got my man Alex Linez, Colin Custer. I'm Brian Custer here. By the way, we're going to have Tony Harrison. He's going to join us. He's going to be our special guest. So we got that. We got a lot to talk about. We want to hear from you too. So make sure you click on that link. You click on that link and want to be a part of the show, ask us some questions. We're going to bring you on, talk to you, answer your questions as well. We got a lot still to talk about too, because we got a preview for Fundora Thurman. That's going down on PBC pay-per-view March 28th. They also announced that it's official. David Benavidez, Zurdo Ramirez, PBC pay-per-view May 2nd. Yes. May 2nd. We got to talk about that. And Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is coming back in April. Derek Chisora. They're going to fight over in England. We had Wilder on The Last Stand. You can see the episode there. Man, he talked a lot. He had a lot to say. And by the way, he also says he has a documentary coming out that exposes a lot about his career and those fights with Fury, who he claims cheated. He cheated him in those fights. He says it'll be coming out in the documentary. He talked a lot about why he says Fury cheated him in the episode. So we'll get into that. But again, Tony Harrison is going to join us as well. He's going to be our special guest. You mentioned Conor Benn not fighting Rolly, signs a 1-fight deal with Zuffa. So supposedly like 10 million, 8 figures. What do you think? What do you think about that, Alex? Zuffa boxing. It's a 1-fight deal. 1-fight deal. Now, there's a lot of people talking about this because when I was in Detroit, because Eddie Hearn said he was devastated. He said, "Look, I put a lot into Conor Benn when he had those allegations of cheating. Remember, Eddie had always been his staunch supporter, and then he says he goes and leaves just like that." What do you think, Alex? You being a former fighter, what do you think?
Champ, look, I'll be honest with you, man. Like my man Eddie Hearn was he was heartbroken, bro. Mm-hmm. He was heartbroken, and loyalties in boxing
ain't nothing in boxing.
Ain't
no loyalties in boxing, man.
So I'm about to jump into, but this is it, BC. There's a culture in boxing, especially in the gyms, right? It's sort of like, you started with somebody, you finished with them, you remember those that looked you out. There's a sense of loyalty you got to have here, right? It shows character. It starts right from the beginning when you go into the gym and you're looking for a trainer. And then you start to see, listen, you see some guys hopping from trainer to trainer, blaming everybody else for their falls or for their shortcomings. And then you start to see who's loyal, man. Loyalty is important, man. And, money will bring out the real character in you. Now, that's not to say that Conor Benn ain't a good guy. Mm-hmm. He's got to take care of Conor. And we don't know the intricacies or exactly how his negotiations went about with Eddie. I don't know how they were taking care of him. I don't know what stipulations were there, were placed on Conor to have or receive certain things. So I can't really talk too much about it. But he dipped. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's a 1-fight deal, right? Mm-hmm. You just said it. It's a 1-fight deal. So if I could go over to Zuffa, get a 1-fight deal, get paid, and maybe talk to Eddie again and come back, I mean, why not? Mm-hmm. Now, if after that 1-fight deal, Zuffa goes ahead and gives him another contract that he just can't turn down, then he's gone, man. And it's hard to really judge anybody, because at the end of the day, as a person, as a fighter, you want to have ultimate control of your life. You don't want to really be tied down to somebody just because, right? So I can't say too much, but good luck, Conor. You know, good luck. Let's see what
Yeah.
you got. You know, and hopefully, you know, he's able to represent at Sufa and get something out of it. You know, besides the money.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what the Sufa belt. You know, there's no history behind the Sufa belt. It just got inducted, right? It just got made. So I don't know how much prestige there's going to be in it. But as Sufa grows as as a boxing organization, it'll grow in its history. It'll start to receive that prestige, depending on how good these cards are. I mean, they've been doing good with the cards. I mean, look, Oscar De La Hoya had a bunch of crap to say about Sufa. I'll leave it at his clapback Thursdays for y'all. But he had a bunch of stuff to say about Sufa and Dana White. I can't say too much negative stuff because it's the organization is in its infancy in boxing. So I'm not gonna downplay it, and I'm not gonna hold it against Conor too much. You know.
To put in one thing on the low like advertising they did, it had Riyadh season in the bottom right. So maybe it's like one of those things where it's Zuffa technically ran, but it's not a Zuffa. You know, like strictly you can only fight Zuffa fighters. You know, like. Canelo Crawford was a Zuffa boxing fight technically because it was with Riyadh season. So I feel like he might have some leeway to like, I don't know, maybe fight Ryan, but it's like a Zuffa boxing product. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Hey,
We'll see.
it looks like we got Robert House that clicked on the link. I think he wants to come on for get his 3-minute round in there. That's my man Colin hitting the DJ booth right now.
Yeah. My fault.
Hilarious. Also, I think the champ, our guest is ready.
No, that's Robert House.
Oh, is that Robert?
Robert House. You let me know when the champ Tony's coming in. Robert just wanted to stop by.
Okay.
And maybe say a couple of things with the squad
All right,
here.
let's pull him up. Pull him up. Who
Robert,
we got?
let's see if my man Robert's sound is good. Let's go, Robert. Robert, welcome to the last.
Yo.
What up?
Yo. Is my sound okay, bro? Is my sound good?
Go ahead, bro.
It's great. Yeah.
Yo, listen. I just want to put one thing out there, bro. I think the Ryan Garcia win was a good win. That was a good win, bro.
Yeah.
What's
definitely
gonna happen next, bro? Listen. I'm gonna put it on the line, bro. Like if he goes on a rematch with if Ryan Garcia goes on a rematch with your man Devin Haney, your man Devin Haney's gonna get laid out, bro. He's gonna get laid out cold, bro. He's already been fucked up once, bro. That guy got fucked, bro. He got fucked up in the first fight. He's gonna get murked in the second. He's gonna get murked in the second, bro. It's like
I'm not disagreeing with him.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like a lot of people are saying shit about like this fight with Shakur and everything, but I don't think Ryan Garcia should be focusing on Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is kind of on the Bud train. He's leave Bud alone and leave Shakur alone. But I do think, shall I be honest with you, bro? If this fight happened tomorrow, I think Ryan Garcia would knock out Shakur Stevenson, bro.
I don't know.
Let me just say this.
The champ Tony's still not on the queue, but yo, thank you for stopping by. Robert House in the building.
Yo, Robert.
Word.
Let's go, champ.
Robert.
Well, let's go, champ, bro. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ.
The double champ.
I will say this, and I think I said this before. When you get a focused Ryan Garcia, that's a very dangerous Ryan Garcia. When he's focused, it's a very dangerous Ryan Garcia.
Absolutely.
When he's got all these machinations going on and saying crazy this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, then that's when you're like, okay, he's off the rails. He's going off the rails. But when Ryan is focused, man, dude is dangerous. He's dangerous because as you talk about, he's got hand speed galore. He's got pop. He people don't understand too. He was a really skilled amateur too. So, Ryan's dangerous, man. Now, Haney, he showed the power against Norman. Many thought, Norman going to come and beat up Haney.
Yeah.
It was Haney who was as Haney would tell you, Debo in that fight, and Debo Brian Norman.
He's looking filled up, man. Devin
yeah.
right now is dangerous, bro.
Yes.
That PTSD, bro. That shit is real.
Now, okay.
That PTSD.
Now-
he gonna
now,
be
there's some-
overly protective, and then Ryan gonna hit him with that right hand. They think it's gonna be the left hand.
Bro,
Ryan showed he got a right hand too.
Yo, Devin's looking too cocky with it, bro. He's looking like he's strong, bro. He showed us that in that Norman fight. I don't think we're gonna get that same tentative. I'm running on my back foot. I'm gonna play it safe because right now, the way I see Devin, he's got more strength. He's got more strength right now.
Up.
And that's gonna change his style. See, the thing is that this is my own like take on it, right? When he was cutting so much weight, he had to fight a certain style to keep it safe, right? I think right now he'll be able to bully back. That's my thought on that. Now, can he take one of those left hooks again? I don't know. I don't know if anybody can take.
It was
those.
multiple that he took, you know. And if Ryan could find a way to set it up against Devin, because Devin's gonna be looking for it. He's gonna be looking for it. If he can set it up, maybe with some body work, then I think it's gonna be another rough night. I think it'll be another rough night. They say once that chin is touched, it never recovers. That's what they say. Look at Frank. Look at Frank. Look at Frank.
Yeah.
Ain't been knocked down. Tank knocked him out cold, and he almost got knocked out again. A year later.
Who else touched Devin's chin though? I think he's never really been put in that position, man. And I don't know, man. He's looking like Debo right now. He's looking like Debo right now. He was punching
Ryan did it to
bag.
the extreme though. Ryan beat him bad. Like that was, Barrios was bad, but Devin's he beat him like he stole something. He
was trying to get it back, man. He put himself in danger. That's why he got hit. He got hit again. Your backstage okay.
So that would really be interesting to see where Ryan goes next. Will he make the deal with Shakur, or does he pivot? They got the list of the top guys that top 10 guys that they want. Obviously we're going to talk to Bill Haney this week too on The Last Stand, and so we'll see where he wants to go. What about the champ? Ready?
No, we're gonna send the champ that link once again. Might be outdated. Outdated or something. Okay. Apologies to the champ. Yeah. We're handling business right now.
Champ. Back to Haney. Are we gonna see a different Haney? Like, is he gonna have the same game plan he had against Norman? Like, am I gonna just?
Well, no. I think every fight brings out different sides. You got to fight every fight differently because every fighter is different. I don't think you could. I
feel like the mindset though.
I think now look, he gonna have the red ants in the pants. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It's like, is he gonna come forward? Is he really gonna try to get Ryan up out of there? Because he could outbox Ryan and just dance around the ring and do his thing, lay behind the jab. But is he really gonna go toe to toe with Ryan? Like, is he really? You know what? You. Okay, I don't know, man. That's why I think it's the biggest fight because
we'll see. Let's see what the champ has to say. Hey, joining us now is the former world champion, Mr. Super Bad himself, Tony Harrison in the building. What's up? Hey,
you muted.
Hey, you gotta take your sound up, man. Make sure you hit on your audio so we can hear. People got to hear you, champ. Yes, there we go.
We live.
What's up, champ?
What up, BC?
Man, you had a great weekend in Detroit. You had a couple of fighters on that undercard who looked great. Lance Smith looked good. Jasmine Hampton looked good. First, I want to give the people the opportunity to big up your two fighters that look great in Super Bad Gym.
You want me to big them up, or you?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Talk to them. Let the people know about your fighters, man, and what you've been doing there at Super Bad Gym.
Everybody know the slow grind that comes with boxing. Lance has been with my gym since he was 13, and the hard work I see that young man put in, The sacrifices I see him put in is finally paying off. He just signed with Salida Promotions. That was his first kind of big event that he fought on. He's been fighting locally for a minute, and also with Jasmine Hampton. She was one of the top amateurs in the country when she was an amateur, and just to see my crew get some notoriety, fighting on the big stage is kind of a dream come true. The money, I always tell them the money will come. Um, just chase your dreams, and when you chase your dream, everything else come behind that.
So you were there this weekend. Clarissa Shields, obviously, and Franchón Crews, that fight. I was saying, yo, 18,000 sold the building out. You were there. You experienced it. Clarissa Shields in the sport of boxing, one of the best American ticket sellers right now. What do you think?
I think for first off, let me start with the women's side of it. Um, unmatched, unmatched is simply all around the board unmatched, from skill to audience to who's there. In my eyes, is unmatched. You have to start comparing her to men. And all around the board. I mean, the draw, the skill, the leading up to the fights, the shit talking, the pap downstairs. I mean it all. I love everything about it, and I think I had been screaming it for years and years and years and years. Like, man, bring the fight to Detroit. I don't care how much you'll pay me. Um, let's fight in Detroit, because the culture in Detroit will never change. We love everything about fighting, everything that's grimy. Um, is right under Detroit. So I was screaming it, and now everybody's starting to see, like, damn, he was really right. He was really true.
Yeah, you're right about that. Now, real quick here, because I know Alex and I know Colin's got a number of questions for you, because we've been talking about a lot of subjects. We want to get your thoughts on what you saw out of Ryan Garcia, what you saw out of a lot of the fights that happened. But with you, you're fighting now. Who's next for Super Bad at 160? I know after your last fight, you had called out Errol Spence, but Errol Spence, I suppose it
Right.
looks like he's going to fight Tim Tszyu now, a guy who you
I
already
love it.
fought. What do you
I
think
love
about
it.
that
I
fight?
love it.
And then who's Super Bad Tony Harrison gonna fight?
For me, I've been getting a lot of calls to fight guys that's younger, and that's kind of like not the route I'm trying to go down. I'm proving. I fought everybody when I was younger. I fought everybody they told me to fight. I was in some of the biggest fights in boxing, and now it's like I want my opportunity to get seniority. To fight the guys that have the belts, the fights that mean something, not the ones
Like
that
who?
don't.
Like who?
A champion.
Okay.
Whoever's a champion, or whoever's on their way to becoming champion. Guys that's fighting for belts. If I, in all honesty, BC, if I was in camp fighting for a fight and I seen Carlos Adames pull out of that fight, I would have told him I would have stepped in. So
Mm,
that would have been the fight I would have been like, I would step in for. Um, it makes for another good fighter fighting another good fighter, and just the fights to prove that I am who I am,
mm,
and I'm not proving it to nobody but myself. I am who I am, and I just think 160, as we seen Clarissa move up in weight, and I'm telling you, her motor is higher, her punch count is higher,
mhm,
her aggression is higher, and that's the same way I feel moving up to 160. When the moment you move up, I've been at 154 for 20 years.
mhm.
And the moment I moved up, I just felt so refreshed and renewed. Um, like I want to test myself, and I mean, like, nobody's made me. Well, I only had two fights at the weight, but nobody has yet to make me um bring my
Question.
talent out, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Got it. And what did you think about Spence and Tim Zoo? I guess this summer they're looking at June.
I honestly love that fight. I honestly um said Earl Spence name. I just really threw it out in the wind. I love Earl Spence. I was never able to fight him as an amateur. We used to always see each other at the tournament. We was always in the same weight class. I just never got the opportunity to fight him. I probably would lose the day before fighting him or something like that. But we just never crossed paths. I love Earl Spence. I think Earl Spence wins the fight. I think
Wow.
if I could say anything to Earl though, it would be the guy is really physically not strong,
Mm.
but he's the thing that they underestimate about him is very twitchy, very quick, and very sharp. So, we went in there looking for guys that were strong, but got a guy that was super sharp. And his
Mm.
power is in sharpness and speed.
Mm.
So um I think like everybody that's moving up in weight, we seen Bud beat Canelo. To move up in weight is not it's never a bad thing. So we always said we don't want to move up in weight. I'm too little. But the moving up in weight actually helps you in the long stretch of fights. I feel so good. Like um as you seen, I was knocked down in the ninth round, my first fight at 160. Came out round 10 and fought like it was round one. My body recovered faster. My win was good. My punch count was good. It was just really just getting back in the ring after 2 years of fighting. But I honestly, to not get off subject, I like Earl Spence in that fight. I think Earl Spence wins. Unanimous decision. I think Tim Tszyu is super competitive, one of the most competitive guys at 154, and guys like Tim is actually what's keeping the sport alive, and he don't get the just due. I think we don't talk about him enough, but I think he deserves his just due because it's no fight that he probably says no to. He wants to fight it all. He wants to bring out that 80 style, 90 styles boxing back where Ray Leonard fought Hagler fought Hearns fought Duran, and the guys lost and them guys got back up, and these guys were fighting again. So I think the sport needs to kind of get back to that, and it starts with good fights like that.
Former world champion Tony Harrison, super bad. He's with us here on Last Stand Live. Go ahead, Alex.
Tony, man, I gotta ask, right? You moved up to
Talk to me.
160. You feel refreshed,
Mhm.
right? You feel strong, and you're 35, right? You're 35 years old, and
Exactly.
a name that rings bells, right? And is ringing bells right now in the chat is Erslandy Lara. He's a champion. He's 42 years old. Styles makes fights. How do you think your style, aligns with his?
Great question.
Listen to me. That is another fight. If you know who he was supposed to fight, the guy that dropped dirty, whoever dropped dirty.
Yes.
When I was training for my fight and they needed somebody to fill in, that was a fight I would have filled in for. I think fights like that, um, not the most fan friendly. You know what I mean? I'm so pure when it comes to boxing. I'm so honest when it comes to boxing. Not the most fan friendly. But on books, when people that love fighting and people that love skill and people that love and people that know what they're watching, I think that's that's a fight I would take tomorrow. So
Wow.
I love Lara's style, but Lara's 42,
Yeah.
and like I see Lara fight and I don't see the old Lara. I'm pretty sure
Right.
people don't see the old Tony, but you know what I mean? Like I don't see the old Lara. Like um his punch count is limited. He's still accurate. His punch count is a little more limited. It was already limited back then.
Right.
He was already calculated and limited back then, but now it's like he's age is limited. Like his age is the
You
reason
ain't
why
you
his
you ain't got
punch
to go
count is a
find
little
him
down.
now. He gonna sit right in the pocket now. He's gonna sit right at 42. He gonna
Oh,
sit
and
right
he
in the
right.
pocket.
Guess what? And that's why fighting Laura now makes so much more sense than it did fighting him when his legs were when
Yes,
his legs were keeping him around. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So that's BC. That's another fight, man. And I'm like, damn, I'm glad to see y'all, man. You know, I feel like the gang back I feel like the old temptations to link back up, man. You hear me? You know
Hey,
what I'm
Yo,
saying? The
champ.
group that
hey,
broke up and now we got back together. I miss
hey.
y'all, man.
And let me tell you something. Me and Tony Harris, he's had some epic episodes on The Last Stand, bro. They be
Man, listen
like,
to me,
yo.
BC.
Go ahead, Colin. Asking the champ a question.
What's up, Tony? I want to ask, like, so how has your mindset changed since your prime years? Like, are you a better fighter now mentally because of what you've gone through your years now, or are you like more different? Like, is your training different? Are you physically different? What's going on?
I think I'm more mature. I don't
Yeah.
think it's a difference, but I just think I'm more mature. I think when I was fighting at 2025, um I was training like a gorilla, but I was also partying like I was Diddy. You know what I mean? So
Pause.
I
Go
think
ahead.
Hey, yo, hey,
oh
no,
yeah,
Diddy.
big look, big pause.
Big
But
pause.
I I think now it's like I train and I go home. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
train and I take my son to go to track practice and we go home and we practice some more. We go home in our lab and we practice some more. So I think maturity, I think the partying stage for me is over. I don't really go nowhere. I really don't go out. So it's nothing for me to do but um pour into myself mentally. I sit back and I watch fights and I'm like, okay, Tone. And I watch my old fights and I'm like, okay, Tone, if you could have did this better or you could have did this better. And we sit back and I watch and I sit back and I work. And yeah, out there, I just think maturity. And I think fighters don't understand that the biggest factor when it comes to being successful in boxing is matchmaking. And I sit back and I analyze and I watch the sport and I matchmake for myself. I'm like, okay, this guy does this good. I know this guy's super aggressive. Oh, I like super aggressive guys. Oh, you know what I mean? This guy's more laid back. When I was 23, I'm like, fight who? Hercules? Where?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Fight who?
yeah,
Godzilla? Where? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, okay, I
Mhm.
do it. You know what I mean? Now it's like,
I
okay,
agree.
Tony, you 35. The sport is the most dangerous sport in the world. Um, you smarter than ever. Now it's time to
Yeah,
use it. So, you know what I mean? I'm
exactly.
just more
gotcha,
mature.
And
gotcha.
speaking, the guy who was the master of that is Floyd Mayweather. So let's get your thoughts on the things that are going on in boxing right now. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, 2, September 19th, the Sphere in Vegas. Do you like it? Will you watch it? Is it good for boxing?
I I love it. I love it, man. I like like I just brought up to us. I feel like the Temptations just got back together. So I just think I think that's another thing. Like another thing that's so beloved and misunderstood about boxers is boxers can do something that no other sport can do. No basketball player, no football player. When their time is up, their time is up. When you put in work like Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, those guys can always at 50, 60, 70 years old always come back and make some money with boxing. And I think the playing field is super even. That's why I like the fight. It's like two old guys getting in there and fighting. Like it's even. Like
Uh,
I'm all for even fights. Like I'm not for mismatch. I'm all for even fights. I think those guys are on the same playing field. We just seen Manny Pacquiao fight Barrios to a draw. So
Yep.
we still know that Pacquiao got something left.
Yep.
We know for sure all the little bit of damage that Floyd took. he can get in there and fight again for sure. And I think Floyd is at the point where he like, why not fight? And I know Floyd been in the sport of boxing so long, he's gonna pick the right fights. Like he's picking guys his age, his he's not coming back saying I'm gonna fight Terrence Crawford. You know what I
Right.
mean? That right there
Exactly.
would be crazy. But
Right.
I think Floyd understands that no matter how old Floyd gets, it's always gonna be 60% of the world that want to see that man lose. They do not want to see that man win. And he's always gonna be the draw for that reason.
That's good stuff. Go ahead and ask him, Alex. Alex had a great line. He said, "It's like we're going to see on Netflix your two uncles at the cookout in the backyard,
Guess
squaring
what? That's a
up."
backyard barbecue.
Yeah, there
Backyard
you go.
barbecue. But
On
listen to me.
Netflix.
I will be watching the fight.
Yeah, there you go.
Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather still have a shit ton of fans that love him. I'm one of them. So and not only them, I love the sport of boxing. I love it. Like I'll be tuned in.
All right. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, I wanted to just get your take, Tony, on the Ryan Garcia Mario Barrios fight. You know, I see you also as a defensive sound fighter. And for the most part, I saw Mario Barrios, too defensive, right? And I saw him always with the high guard, right? Just high guard all day. What are some of the adjustments you would have had Mario Barrios make if you would have been in that corner and able to give him some instructions?
Well, I think Barrios having a high guard, I didn't even think he gave himself a shot to winning. I think honestly his whole camp, and like I said, I could be wrong, but my eyes never deceive me. Um, they were they probably spent their whole camp so worried about not getting hit with a hook that it limited what he was offensively able to do, and to beat a guy like Ryan Garcia, as we've seen Rolly do, you have to take the fight to the man. You have to show the man that you come and hurt him. Um, on the flip side of it, I honestly picked Barrios to win. I honestly picked Barrios to win. Um, Not because I think the talent was better. I just think with Ryan Garcia, we don't know what Ryan Garcia we was gonna get.
Right.
I think he's so unpredictable. Um, that one moment he partying, one moment he with Diddy and them. The next moment he locked in them. The next moment next moment we what I'm saying. Next moment he like the Lord is our. You know what I mean. So it's just like it's so
Oh
hard.
my
He's a
It's,
little all over the place.
listen to
Yeah.
me.
god.
You know what I mean? It's northwest, east, south. So it's like I never knew. I knew what I would get when I seen Barrios fight, a competitive guy coming to win. I know what I'm gonna get with him from him every single time. But the high guard, I just think gave him it was so many limitations he had to offensively produce because he was so worried about defense. On the flip side of that, though, BC,
Uh-huh.
the best Ryan Garcia I've seen since I've been watching boxing, and I've been
Wow.
watching Ryan. That's the best. That's the best version of him I've ever saw. And if we can get that Ryan Garcia every single time out,
Wow. That's good stuff.
he a
Go ahead,
hard
Colin.
man to beat.
Yep.
He's
Go
a
ahead,
hard
Colin.
man to beat.
I was gonna ask, like, is there a fight in boxing that you would want to see as a boxing fan? Like, I need this fight. Like, is there anything right now?
A fight that I would want to see in boxing. Well, my answer used to be Canelo and David Benavidez. That used to be my answer.
Mm-hmm.
Terrence Crawford just killed my playlist in 1 weekend. He killed my playlist because I know what will happen now if we was to see this. So I know what will happen with that.
Yeah.
Um, with all the crazy shit going on around this one single guy, I still want to see Shakur versus Tank.
Yeah.
That's still a fight for me to say
Absolutely.
that's the top fight in boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still so many things wavering over people's head. Like damn, like the Shakur we just saw.
Yep.
was like, damn. I'm in that thing like, ooh. And I used to be up in the air like this fight right here is 50-50.
Yeah.
Him beating Tio the way he beat Tio, he kind of just tilted the scale a little bit to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Tank is a guy he could lose for 18 minutes in 58 seconds, and the the next 2 seconds is it's over. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
um I still think, man, that's the biggest fight in boxing, man. Two superstars fighting each other for glory.
I think right now, and I'm just speaking on from what I've heard, that they're working on getting Tank back and then having him fight Pitbull again. We'll see. That I think that's what the PBC is working on. I saw some people in the chat were throwing questions to you, Tony. They said, "What about Ennis Ortiz?" Real quick, what do you think about who you think wins that
I love
fight?
that fight. Man, listen to me. Listen to me. I don't know if a turkey came and changed the seasoning on every piece of chicken and steak, but um whatever's in the air, um these guys are fighting each other.
Yeah.
And that's what makes the sport the best sport in the world. Like everybody just fighting nobody cares about the record, everybody cares about the glory. And
Is Boots
I
that guy?
think MS Boots is that guy. But I also think he's in there with that guy.
Mm.
I also think also think Virgil is Virgil ain't no no spring chicken, man. He ain't nobody you want to go shop on and say I want to fight that guy.
Right.
Um, he's very sharp, he's very reactive, and he's very twitchy.
Mm-hmm.
He got that twitchy, sharp power. Like he doesn't throw it like it's not loading up. Um, it's really proper technique. It's really straight ahead. Turn your wrist down, turn your shoulder down, turn your knuckle down, turn your foot, and it's coming like a bullet out of a gun. And
Mm.
so it's really another fight that's gonna bring boxing fans to the TVs. I also want to see a good undercard with that fight too. But
Yeah. So someone
yeah,
just put on the chat.
it's an amazing
Say
fight.
say someone just put in the chat. Who is that? Give me the one name out of that we need to be looking for out of Detroit. Who that you said maybe he said either he's with you or somebody that's not with you, but you said, yo, this is the person from Detroit you got to look out next. He's the next guy.
He's not even a pro yet. The guy that I would say look out for, in my honest opinion, from my eyes,
Mm-hmm.
well, Lance Smith, we already seen Lance Smith, so we
Mm-hmm.
don't have to look for him no more.
Right.
We don't have to look for Jasmine no more. We just seen her. But a guy that hasn't become pro yet, I think it's two guys. In my eyes, got the ceiling to reach the Eiffel Tower. And one of them is Kentrell Rouser, and the other one is Thomas Covington. Both of them out of Superbad, and they're if you follow the amateur circuit, these guys are winning national tournaments, and they're on the elite stage. So I'm never talking about guys that fight Pee Wee or
Mm-hmm.
Bantam, or I'm talking about guys that's fighting grown men. That's maybe a year or two away from becoming pro. So two guys, Kentrell Rouser, who just won the what tournament was that just passed? The
How old
US.
are they? How old are they, Tony?
Kentrell is 24, probably
Okay.
23, or
Okay.
about to be 23. Thomas Covington is probably 19, 20. Both of these guys are stellar. When I tell you stellar, BC,
Mm-hmm.
stellar. All the way around the board. The guy that I just fought, Kentrell Rouser, was one of my main sparring partners. And when I tell you, man, I feel like I was sparring an octopus. He throwing in 10 seconds. He go from 0 to 100 in 10 seconds. He's super fast, super sharp. Thomas Covington is also a guy that I brought in. He's He fights at a lower weight at 132. But he's also a guy that I brought in on the back end of my sparring when I was sparring for my fight. Both guys southpaws. Time switches, but these guys are
Oh, good.
phenomenal,
Phenomenal. Okay.
phenomenal.
So Dave from our super chat. Appreciate you, Dave. Folks, you want to jump in that super chat? Go ahead and get in there. And listen, you can support the show. You can hit the Venmo. You can hit the Cash App as well. But Dave asked, he says, Tony, are you still friends with Alicia? What do you think about her recent performances?
Well, I don't think I think you gotta ask them, are they friends with me? I'm still friends with everybody. I don't, have no bad blood for nobody. I thought her last performance was very, very well structured. For her to be fighting 3 minutes, seeming how 2 minutes is always kind of like a gas issue to everybody. Like, oh, she running out of gas, she never in shape. I thought 3 minutes fit her perfectly. I think her pace is perfect for 3 minutes. She was still sharp. I think she's still ruffling some. They still smooth some things out. With her training with Derek James is a new partnership they have, and I thought she looked good. I thought she looked a lot better than she did her first fight, and I thought
Why'd
she
she
looked good.
leave?
I think
Why'd she leave?
you gotta ask her that.
Oh,
I can't really
because you
give you
made her
the answer
champion.
for. Well, she made herself champion. We
Wait, that's
just
true. Yeah,
added. We
right.
just, what I mean. We just
Yeah.
kind of put our 2 cents in, and when you see boxers and you see champions, I don't think trainers get enough credit either, because in order for a champion to become a champion, sometimes it's not about skill. Everything around that has to be a checkbox. It has to be the right trainer has to find the right fighter. The right fighter has to find the right trainer. Um, so I think it was a match. I think both. I mean, she came to Detroit, and it was a match. I wouldn't trade if anything in the world. But I thought she looked good her last fight. I thought she looked good.
Okay. Alex, what you got?
No, I was gonna go back to the card, man, because that's something to talk about. I know you got to see Frank Martin and Nair Albright. What do you think about Frank Martin after this performance? You had Shakur Stevenson being judgmental, saying that he's not a 12-round fighter, but I felt like there was a lot of output in that fight, and kind of disagree with my man Shakur on that one. But what were your thoughts on that fight and how it turned out with the draw?
I thought the draw was the right pick. I damn sure didn't think you could take it away from Albright, and I also didn't think you could take it away from Frank Martin. Frank is my guy. Um, Frank was coming off of one of the top knockouts of the year, fighting the guy that he had knocked out, and if I'm Frank's advisor, Albright wouldn't even have came to the table. That wouldn't even have came across the plate to say for me to even bring it to Frank. I think that was a dangerous fight in all levels. He had nothing to gain from fighting Albright, and Albright just showed you why. When you're an opponent, staying ready is always the thing you have to do, because a performance that he just did with Frank Martin catapulted him over Frank Martin. Not as far as skill, but just as far as the way the competitiveness to win. I think he's gonna get another fight. I think Frank coming off a fight that was knockout of the year coming to a draw is not a good look for Frank. But I thought the draw was definitely the right result, because they both competed at a high level. And Albright is not he's not an easy guy. It's kind of awkward at times. He's kind of wild at times. But what I do see in that man that's all over the board is easy to read. Is super competitive. He's gonna come in there and compete.
Go ahead, Colin.
Yeah, I mean, we got a super chat. So
Go ahead.
OTB Boxing School says Thank you for asking my question, BC. What was everyone's favorite fight this weekend?
What was your favorite fight this weekend, Tony?
You had that Clarissa fight too.
Clarissa fight. We had the Ryan Garcia fight.
Gary Antoine and Hirioka.
Oh yeah, I
Frank.
thought that fight was really good too. I also don't think the guy that Gary Russell just fought gets enough credit either. I don't even know him.
Yep.
But every time you see a show, it's always somebody that you find like, damn, I like this guy. And the guy Gary Russell just fought. I thought Gary Russell won. So let me not make it like I didn't think he won. But also a guy that flew from Japan or wherever he flew
Yes.
from in the
Yep.
day.
Yep.
It probably took him like 36 hours to get here.
Yep.
And competed so wellly.
Yep.
I'm in that thing like, woo. The guy's IQ of gauge of distance was top tier. We seen Gary Antoine Russell miss countless of times because the guy he was fighting had a great gauge of distance. But my fight of the weekend would have to be, and I mean everything involved would have to be Clarissa. It would have to be the aesthetics of, being in Detroit, seeing Mike Epps, all the celebrities, all the stars, a packed house, weed smoke in the air. I love that kind of stuff. Hey, BC, when I tell you we was in Detroit, like you didn't even have to see Clarissa fight, and you like,
I
oh
know.
yeah, we in Detroit. Yeah,
We in
you know what I
Detroit.
mean? So,
Yes.
man, when I tell you, it was like amazing. It was like
lit.
it was really a backyard barbecue, man. And Clarissa was the headline for that.
Yeah. Okay. So let me throw a quick. These are quick one-liners here at you and get your quick thoughts.
Mhm.
Jermell Charlo been all over social media begging for a fight. Your thoughts on Jermell Charlo trying to come back?
Man, that guy got like Down syndrome or something. I ain't gonna lie to you. He legit all over the place.
God.
He like, I swear to God, BC, he legit all over the place. Like I literally watched the interview. One morning he talking about, man, Derrick James did this 2 seconds later. Well, Earl Smith said like 2 seconds later with my brother. Like the guy is just literally all over the place, and it's crazy because I'm not even like a social media kind of guy. So if I posted and went ahead and told everybody that the stuff that happened, but I talked to Jermell Charlo on the phone myself.
Okay.
We had a phone conversation. I was running.
Okay.
He like, "What you doing running?" We had a phone conversation with one of our mutual friends that linked us together. And my only question is like, bro, like, why we don't like each other? Like, why wouldn't we not fight again? Like, why would we not fight again? His answer was, I don't want to fight you again. That was legit his answer. But now we come into the podcast and I'm hearing him like, yeah, I'll fight Tony Harrison. I knocked Tony. I'm like, damn, you just was on the phone a year and a half, 2 years ago and said you would never fight me again. I was too hard of a fight. He literally just said that. I'm like, it's wild. Like what? Like it's really wild to me, BC. The clickbait that people get when they start getting in front of cameras. Like it amazes me because I'm like, dude, if you felt that strong, we supposed to bid for it. Like that's just me. Like the competitiveness in me is you beat me, I beat you, we run it back.
We run it back.
But guess what? He going. But guess what? You know the kind of soft ass nigga he is. I'm sorry.
Yo, go ahead.
I don't know.
Yes,
I don't know if
you
I
can
can
be free.
I don't know if I can speak like that on that.
Unfiltered talk.
It's unfiltered talk here.
Yeah. All right, but look, you know what kind of soft ass nigga he is. He gonna wait for me and him to become Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao age again to be like, let's fight again. Like, that's why all these old fights is happening because guys like him is waiting for guys like me and him to turn 45 years old to get back in the ring. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy though, BC, because like I live like nobody ever like this is my first time telling anybody I was on the phone with Jermell Charlo. Anybody. And if y'all have a conversation with him, he'd be like, "Yeah, I called him." You know what I mean, to talk to him. Yeah. So I'm never lying, BC.
Right.
And
Right.
I know he'd be like, I never talked to him, and in the world, to be like, oh, I believe Jamel Charlo because he got more
Yeah.
money or he got better cars. I don't know. The world's so weird, but
Yeah.
I like
You ain't lying.
the moment you talk to him, he'll tell you we had a conversation.
Oh, it's
My
hilarious.
only question to him was, let's do it again. Like no
Yeah.
money involved. Like have
I,
it like spar, let's
I,
spar or something.
hey, I'd like to see that fight. Oh, real quick, wait, Fundora Thurman. Who do you think wins that one?
I love Thurman. I'm never rooting against Thurman, but
Oh wow.
yeah, man, I love Thurman. I think Thurman is one of the best guys for boxing. Um, I think he talks it, he walks it. He wins gracefully, and when he loses gracefully. So, I honestly think that this right here is a great fight. I think. I just want to know what Keith Thurman we gonna get at the age.
Mm,
He's fighting Fundora, who is the hardest fight in boxing for anybody. I don't care who he
right.
fighting.
Yeah.
He's the hardest fight for anybody. So for Keith Thurman to come off 4-year layoff, fight,
Mm,
knock somebody out, and then take another year and a half layoff or something, however long it's been,
yeah.
to come back and say I'll fight Fundora.
Props.
The
Props to
danger.
him.
The danger.
What about David Benavidez Zurdo?
I love that fight. I literally like fights like that. I love because I think Zerdo doesn't get the credit he deserves as the IQ is through the roof.
Yeah.
But he's one of the, but his style kind of compares me to uh a Lara. It's like a patient wait for the perfect shot kind of guy.
Okay.
And I don't think he'll be able to beat Benavidez fighting so slow as he normally fights.
How about this? I want you to, hey, Alex, if you can cue it up. We had Deontay Wilder on the last
Yeah,
stand,
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
my
and man,
guy.
I got so many tweets and just DMs about it because he went for about an
Retired, and
hour.
we gonna see in this fight. We gonna see. Ain't nobody gotta ask no questions if him washed up or if I still got it or not or whatever. This fight gonna tell it all because I'm giving it all I got. All I ain't lying to you because I want him to give it all he got, and I'm making it clear to him when he in the presence of me and when he can feel my energy. A fighter knows another fighter. When you've been in this business, you know.
I agree.
It's just like when I knew in Dubai he was trying to size me up and try to feel my strength or where I am. I knew this.
I agree.
I knew all this shit. Even we were in England or in Dubai or when we was in Saudi, we just spent a lot of time together, me and Derek. You feel me?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I know him, he know me, but at the end of the day, he know that Deontay don't fucking play. This dude don't play. He
I
the
agree.
nicest man in the
I
world,
agree.
but the dude don't play, and I like it.
So that was him. That was him. I asked the question. People keep saying Deontay Wilder is washed. Is Deontay Wilder washed? Will we find out whether or not he's washed when he fights Derek Chisora? That was his answer. What do you think about that fight? What do you think about Deontay Wilder?
I think I think everybody is watch fighting the wrong person. I think when you got guys that's been in the sport of boxing for 14, 15, 16 years doing it for so long. I think everybody's watched fighting the wrong person. He's also fighting a guy that's 48. I don't even know how old Derek Chisora is, but
He's 43. I think he's 43.
but
Yeah,
he's
he said it's
my
gonna be
thing
a
is he's
his
also
last fight.
that's my point. He's also fighting somebody that's out the door too. So I don't see this as a threat as him fighting Usyk or
Joshua.
a Joshua. Yes, it's not really that high of a risk for
Mhm.
me. If that makes sense, because one thing that all of us know is the last thing to leave a fighter is power.
Mm,
One thing we know for sure, Tresor gets hit.
mhm,
One thing we know for sure is power lasts forever.
mhm.
Um, so I think Deontay Wilder just has to do one thing, and that's throw a shot, get lucky, and land it. And I think we can go home. Um, I also think that's another good even fight for the sport of boxing. And I think Deontay Wilder wins this fight. I also think Tresor is the toughest heavyweight we probably ever gonna find, so I don't think he stops him.
Right.
But I also think it's competitive, and I also think Derek Chisora is gonna come with everything he got. It's his last
Yep.
fight. He's been
Yep.
begging for this fight for
Yep.
10 years plus. Um, so I think he finally got the opportunity, and I think he's gonna show up. I also think it's competitive, but I also think Deontay wins.
All right. Alex, what you got for him?
Going back to Wilder, the power is the last thing to go. But what do you think about Wilder's development in the last couple of fights? Is it something that he needs to do besides the power for this fight? What happens like if he doesn't land it, right? Because that's been the kind of the thing, with Zule, even though Zule was the bigger guy, he wasn't landing, and I feel like Wilder's not he never developed another skill set besides that power. What is it that you think he needs besides that power, right? Because we know with the power, if it lands, it lands. But what else is needed with a guy like Chisora? Kind of that Frazier flow coming in, herky jerky kind of style and throwing bombs. What else does he need to do to set up that power?
I think it's like adopting a grown dog. You want to try to teach the grown dog to sit, but if the dog ain't sat yet, like why are we telling the dog to sit? You know what I mean? Whatever the dog does well, we train the dog on what it does well. If it bites people, let's train it to keep biting everybody. If it if it licks everything, let's go get it some ice cream. Like I think Deontay Wilder is who he is. I think the 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 time that he had to develop the skill set we would have probably loved him to develop it. It's past. He's knocked out 40 guys with the style, and we kept saying, develop this, develop this, develop this, but he was winning and winning and winning and winning.
Right.
And now he's at the point where Deontay Wilder is a household name. I think the only thing I would add, I would just tell him to get back to throwing that 1-2 crazy. Um, let's not try to put X's and O's together. Let's not try to critique your feet. Let's not try to critique the way the jab is coming out. Just throw the jab. Just throw the right hand. But one thing I would lock in on, because we know he's fighting Tresor, is his feet. Um, I would do a lot of footwork drills, a lot of twitchy footwork drills, not moving so much per se, but just setting our feet up with a good rhythm to land those power shots. Because if he land one, we know we can go home. So I would just keep him wild, um, keep him slanging that the hammer that he got. Um, put a little more twitch in his step, put a little more rhythm in his bounce, and let Deontay Wilder off the loose. Let him go.
Colin, got one more for the champ before we let him go?
Yeah, on the contrary, let's say Wilder does get past Chisora and he knocks him out. Is an Usyk fight even like possible for him to get past? Because I don't see it happening. I don't think there's even a chance in the world after him getting knocked out by Zhang. I don't think he even has a chance against Usyk. Is that even possible for him, or should he like go for it, an AJ type of fight?
Man, listen to me. As we all know, um, boxing is about glory first. I think the name that Deontay Wilder created for himself. Now he's 40 something. It's about the best fights, age correct fights, and about money. It's like it's a lot of fights that I'm not fighting. No, you're fighting for money. You're not fighting for anything. You're fighting for money. Um, so if I'm Wilder, I think the landscape that Wilder created for himself, the name of knockouts he created for himself, I think he can fight anybody. Um, and I think everybody would still buy a fight with him and Usyk, a fight with him and AJ for sure. One with him and AJ. because we know somebody's getting knocked out. We know for sure. We don't know which one, but we know for sure that fight won't go the distance.
Yeah.
I think Wilder has created a demographic for itself that Deontay Wilder is coming to knock you out, and it
Yeah.
always makes for a good fight. So I think Wilder can fight anybody, and it's gonna sell, and they're gonna buy it, and he's gonna make a shit ton of money because
Yeah.
of the Deontay Wilder lane that he created when he was 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, all the way up until now. Um, it's always a good time to see that man in the ring, win, lose, or draw. He's gonna come
Yeah.
entertain you on both sides. And we always gonna have something to talk about. Damn, Deontay Wilder falling all over, his feet ain't right, his right hand is wide. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and
Something to talk
I
about.
and I hope fighters understand that as long as they're talking, no matter what they're talking about. Jarrell Miller wig came off.
You're right.
Listen
Right.
to me.
Yeah. Oh
Listen to
my
me.
gosh.
Biggest thing. It was the biggest thing in boxing for a day. It was. It
Right.
was the.
Yeah.
You
It,
ain't
it was
lying.
the Twitter topic number one for a day. As long as
Yeah.
they're talking about you, we don't care about what way. We use that to our advantage and we fight off that. So I think
Hmm.
Champ.
Wilder can fight anybody.
Champ,
Okay.
I effing love you, man. You know that for sure. I mean
Man, I
that
fucking
love we
love
got.
you, BC.
Hey, let the people know. We'll let you go. Let the people know, when can we see Super Bad back in the ring?
To be honest, man, I'm waiting just like y'all is, man.
Okay.
I'm like I'm at the stage of my career where I'm kind of not young, but I'm not old,
Yeah.
and I would like to fight guys that are not young or old. Guys that are just like me. Like, if I could have had my dream fight right now, and my guy was still in it, my dream fight, and honestly, would have been me versus J Rock. That would have been my dream fight. That would have been the dream fight for me. Um, both of us top tier,
Mm-hmm.
both of us sharp, and that was a fight that I never got to have that I would have loved to have. So like guys like that though, honestly, Lar, anybody with a belt, Carlos Adames.
Thomas. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man, I don't know, but this right here is the last ride for me, man. And like I said, I want to fight. I want to push myself and fight a guy that's gonna make me bring the best out of myself. I haven't yet to fight one time at 160 to say I brought the best out of myself. I just walked the guys down, showed that 160 was a better way for me to absorb punches. But I have yet to show my skill, and I want to do that. I want to get into a fight where I can do that. So I don't know. I'm with the best promoter in the world right now, which I think is Salida. The main goal for fighters to want to do is fight. Salida throws them probably more fights than any promoter in the world, because he's not looking for every fight to be Wilder versus AJ. And
Yeah.
those fights take time. Those
Yep.
fights take time. They take money. But as far as consistency goes, it's nobody better. And hopefully I'll be in the ring by summertime, June.
Okay.
If I can have it my way, June.
Yeah.
No matter who is with, don't gotta be no perfect guy for me. I just want to be. I want to keep the show going. I want to keep my tools sharp. And when you don't swing the sword, it get rusty. So I just want to swing the sword.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
And hopefully Jamel is listening and we can make that happen, because that Harrison Charlo
BC,
3
he a
would
fucking lame. Listen
just
to me, he a lame. He a lame. Hey, but listen to me. Listen to me. I would love for that fight to happen so much. You know why, BC? Not even the fight. I got so much shit to say about that fucking corny ass nigga, man. Man, he's so corny, man. It's like, man, like, and I promise you, BC, that's 70% of probably why he don't want to fight me, because my gift for gab is just top tier.
bro.
You gotta have some thick skin, because I got
Yes.
so much stuff to say. Like, it's boiling too. It's ready to explode, and I like. Oh my God! Don't get me started, BC. But
Just let me host the
somebody.
press conference. Yes, let me host the press conference for that one. Yes,
Please, BC, please, please.
That is my guy, folks. That is the one and only super bad himself, Tony Harrison. Super bad Jim in Detroit. Support him. And me, I love you and I appreciate you doing this for us, bro.
I love you, BC. Thank you, man. Listen to me.
Thank you,
Call me
Tony.
on more.
All right.
My guys.
There he is.
Yes, sir.
That's super bad. Man, this has been, these 2 hours go quick. Man, it's like that. We look down and it's already 2:00, man. We got
listen, the champs on the chat already asking for that AM show, champs.
Oh, you
They
know what?
asking-
We gotta do it in the morning?
Yeah, we could do it when the AM, man.
Which
We can
time
start
is best
adjusting
for
the
y'all,
schedule,
man?
you know?
Yeah. What time is best? What time is best for y'all? We'll do an AM then. If y'all want it in the AM, we'll do it in the AM.
We could do some AM shows. Continue supporting the show. You know what I mean? We appreciate you, man. We appreciate the membership joins. We appreciate the super chats.
Yep.
You know, it keeps things going out here, you know, and we'll keep growing. Absolutely. Yes. As we grow, we keep growing the broadcast schedule. You know, my man BC got the ill Rolodex, bringing y'all the interviews that y'all want to see. So, man, you keep supporting the show. We keep bringing y'all what y'all need, man.
Absolutely.
Let them know what's next. Let them know what's next.
We got merch. Get your Last Stand t-shirts. You can cash app us. Just $30. Get the t-shirt. Look at these, man. These are beautiful. And then we got the new hoodies too.
Them hoodies are fly, man. I need one of those. I gotta get me one of those.
You got it.
Definitely.
You got it. I did. It's you got it.
Definitely.
You got it, Al. You know that way. The next show, you got to be wearing. We got all have the merch. I had the uniform on.
Good
for real. What's going on? I got me wearing this other stuff. Where's that?
Yeah, Colin, hit that
gatekeeping, bro.
Hit that Venmo or that Cash App right there.
Yeah, listen, if y'all want a hoodie or a shirt, y'all can hit that Cash App
y'all
right
see
there.
how it is, bro. I can't get the free hookup.
And we
doing, bro.
And we'll get your addresses, man, and mail it to you, man.
Bro. What we doing?
Yeah, we would definitely mail them out to you. Now, I'll make sure y'all get y'all stuff. Y'all know y'all good, bro. Y'all really.
What's next for the Last Stand?
You see my man?
They looking out
really
for?
happy for Doomsday.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Deluxe, man. He's I've known Deluxe for a little bit right now. He's definitely been tuning in since I've even been in this space. So shout out to Deluxe Recordings, man. Shout outs to Just Do Boxing, everybody that tapped in, OTB, everybody. My man Dave the Third Eye.
Dave the Third,
Dave. Third Eye.
I like that throwing it in there.
You say he at work.
How about that? And thank Tony Harrison for joining us. I didn't know he was gonna go that well with Mel, man.
Mel went outside, bro.
Rolling, bro.
He going outside, bro.
He'll call my man Mel got Down syndrome.
Bro, leave my boy alone, bro.
What is that?
He's trying to find a fight.
Yo, I would see it again, bro. I would see it again.
Oh my God,
we would love that.
Just off of that, I would want to see
throw it on the Jamal Caleb Plant card.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
We got a Charlo card.
Yeah, there you go. You get Maul, Caleb, and then you get Tony and Mel. But I think they said Maul, they trying to pair him up with Cindy's now or something. So
man, that's a
You
tough
trying
one.
to see that, bro? We want the slap.
You want the slap?
You want the slap heard around the world. Get it in the ring.
I'm with you on that, Colin. I need to see that. I need to see that.
We need Caleb back too. Caleb got to avenge that loss.
Yeah.
Caleb got to come back. Caleb needs it just as much as Charlo needs it.
We're going to have new episodes coming up too. We got Bill Haney. We're going to be talking to him this week, so I'm looking forward to that. We got some fire coming your way. So, folks, keep locked in. We appreciate everybody. Make sure you subscribe. You hit the like button. You can always support the show too. You can hit the Cash App. You can hit the Venmo there.
We're on all platforms: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Deluxe, hit me up. I know you producing, man. You know, my man Deluxe, he say we need some theme music. Go ahead, cook something up and hit me up, man.
Yeah. We can. We'll use it. We'll play it if we give us some hot fire.
Yeah, exactly. If there's some hot fire, like
Yeah,
DC
hot
said,
fire. You spit hot fire.
then we'll put it on.
We'll put it on. So yeah, we appreciate you guys watching us here on Last Stand Live. And you know what? We'll talk about it. You know, y'all hit us up too. Let us know what time is good for a morning show. And you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe we do these in the morning. On the Consistent
Last
Baseball.
and live AM.
Yep. So
go.
there you go. Absolutely.
Let's go, Chan.
So for Colin, for Alex, I'm Brian. Thanks for watching Last Stand Live.